But either way, we're having a
separated. I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate check. So are you the only man at this table? Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you, but I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you participate.
I know we sorry.
participated as a man.
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order.
Well, I'm sorry. Dave, but you always pay, like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the check? Seriously.
This bitch looks just like Hillary Banks. Think somebody's gonna pay for her bill.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
You should be paying for our bill. What the fuck?
Only $700.
It's only man.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
You're
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay,
No,
first,
if that was the case, I'd have just took you out
are
for
you
your
being
birthday.
Would have not invited you,
Are
bitch.
you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
Queen.
I'm married.
I'm sorry. I do have a
Okay, hell y'all.
Now I'm certified. Now I'm certified.
We're going to chip in. We need to leave.
No, I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for anything.
No.
I'm not
Trying to apply the pressure.
I'm going to tell you tomorrow. No, he's the man at the table.
They just put a zero blitz on him.
Can you please separate the checkbook?
No, because I'm saying that's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks.
Strong, independent woman, you know.
Is it tacky? Is it tacky to split a check?
First of all, she got nerve talking about that's ghetto. Like everything she did do was fucking ghetto.
Yeah, ask somebody to pay for her fucking meal. Although I think she did get her meal paid for. That's the thing. She was the birthday girl.
Right.
For some reason, when I saw this, immediately, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about Kev. I was like, Kev might be able to handle this situation and be like calm about it and just explain the rash, like the reason, and not get crazy about it. Like, no, I invited you guys. I want to know how you would handle this specifically. Like,
Honestly,
when we
probably just like him. But honestly, you gotta know who you going. I wouldn't go to dinner with people I'm not comfortable with like that anyway, because I don't really, like, I need my close people around, not too many people around. So if I don't know y'all like that to know y'all go act like that, I'm not going out with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I might go
They
out.
said $700 bill. They put I love that we got the amount.
Fuck that. Listen,
I love that we got the amount, the dispute.
I would definitely be going out with the pretense of, listen, I ain't paying for your friends, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying for your friends.
700 and I'm cheap?
No, saying 7. Yeah, that is a fact.
Come on.
What did they order? See,
Yeah.
and you know they were ordering like assholes because they're
They
like,
thought he
oh,
was
we
gonna
ain't paying
pay, I
for it.
guess. Yeah, which was a mistake.
The
Big time.
Hillary
Pay for
thing
your
is
own bill.
crazy.
Yeah.
All y'all are grown enough to have jobs. Like
So
all
you-
of them are look older.
So you're on the same. I was wondering if anybody does group birthdays, if it is like a custom of the person that's bringing. Well, that's like I said, their perception is they were being brought out, but when everybody gets together,
I mean, if I get invited, somebody says, "Hey, we got this going on."
Yeah.
I do not expect that person to pay for me.
Mhm.
How
Okay.
could I?
Right.
how could I?
like
What?
go
That's
out
crazy.
with the
What am I
understanding-
doing for you,
Yeah.
bro?
Exactly.
I love that.
You know, that you're gonna pay for yourself. But my wife's
What?
family, they do that. Like
having a
everyone-
great time. I'm gonna come here and have a great time and eat food that I'd like for you to pay as well. That's actually fucking nuts. I'll let you know where the spot
my wife's
was.
family does that shit though.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
just said that.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, I mean, if you can,
Yeah,
you can
like,
go with
like
the detail.
never on me though. Like
Okay.
they'll always like, hey, let's all go out back, and we're just like, okay. And then like the moment you reach for the wallet, like they get insulted. Like, how dare you?
Oh, like they want to pay.
Yeah, how dare you?
Oh, I
try
love
to-
people like that.
Yeah. It's just,
Who
it's
though?
just, you know, you just know. You're like, they're like, why are we?
Anybody
paying
wants
this
to pay?
much money?
Anybody
Can
wants
we
to
not
pay
do
for
this?
my fucking meal? Let me know.
And
I'll happily
And I
accept.
feel
I don't
uncomfortable
understand.
to order what I want.
This
Like,
isn't prison. I don't feel like I owe you a fucking favor if you,
You know
did
what they
me.
say the
you know,
most
solid.
expensive things are free, man.
right. But okay, so let me ask you: if you're going out with family,
Damn,
and you know
wisdom.
they're paying. Are you ordering
hard to
like,
box
like,
with wisdom.
like the expensive item? Are you trying to budget it for them?
Well, okay, so the most expensive item, maybe not, but maybe something more expensive than what I might get if it was me. Yeah, I've made that
I try to
decision.
budget it. I'm like,
I made that decision
You made a
before.
business decision before?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, boy. I made that
Some for
decision several
tomorrow,
times. If
too.
I'm being honest. Yeah, I made that decision several times. But I mean, also, it's like, hey, that's what the like grandma that has a little bit more extra money is supposed to do when she comes around. You know
That's
what I'm
what
saying?
she's trying to do.
That's what she's literally trying to do. Yeah.
Now, if I'm balling,
She's like, this is it for the year.
like if
So
I'm
I'm not gonna
balling,
see
y'all until
I-
I'll get the
I would-
pasta. I guess.
I would pick up a $700 bill if I had like a lot of money. I'd be like, all right,
Oh, sure.
for my daughter. But fuck all y'all trifling.
If money wasn't a
Like, y'all-
thing, which
that's
is like, who
bullshit.
is that? Who says that? Jeff Bezos?
No. It's not even. It's not about
I
money
mean-
being a thing. It's just
Oh,
about
so
the
you-
fact, like who
You're on principle.
Yeah, like hold up.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would do
it's
it for him,
expected.
and then fuck
It's
y'all
expected.
assholes.
Okay, how much money would you need to have to pay for a $700 check?
I'm
For
not paying for it. Is the point? But I'm saying
Oh, period.
for you
So
to
about
be
money.
expecting it is crazy. Like how?
Yeah. I know. I mean, I feel you. I do feel you on that, but
Well, Shorty said it when y'all get a husband.
she snapped.
It would all come down to how fast.
She sound like Kevin Samuels. Came over
Oh
just
my
shit
God,
on him.
it would all come down to how fast can I replenish that $700. If I could do it by the weekend, fine.
Might not even be a thing.
But again, it's going to be a fuck you to everybody there, and I'm never doing this again. Me and my daughter are having a serious talk.
We'll have
But
private.
again, I would
arrest.
honestly have
not-
gone
if
out
it's-
telling her ahead of time, like, hey, I'm not paying for your friends, so you better let your fucking friends know. I ain't paying for a I'm
Now
paying
you gotta
for
set
you, paying for you, and
Hey,
my
yo.
wife.
Bring the wallet.
Hell yeah.
Don't be on the bullshit. Bring the wallet in the group chat.
Well, and I guess if you do approach it like
Bring
that,
your money.
I guess if you approach it like that, then that would be a positive because one piece of good advice I've gotten professionally before was to be direct is kind. So sometimes we like to sugarcoat shit because it's like we don't want to because we want to save people's feelings in the moment.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's not doing them any favors in the long run in some cases to do that. So yeah, to be
I agree with that.
yeah. So I mean, to be direct is kind. So I mean, in that situation, even though it would have felt like maybe I'm sure if they felt like him not paying at all was tacky, him asking ahead of time for them to pay, they'd be like, "Oh, this motherfucker's broken shit." Like what?
Again,
Like,
it's principle at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like
But
you're
here's
an
the thing.
adult.
oh yeah,
Like the same thing
$700
with-
goddamn
with-
check.
When she came in, my husband, like I don't care how y'all feel. You see my
Yeah.
girl here, she good. She with me. She on my side. I do not care how y'all feel.
And he said birthday girl. That might
Right.
not even been his daughter. That might be
Y'all
like
can
his
go in the
daughter's
back
friend.
and wash dishes for all I
That's
care. I'm
wild.
not paying
That's
for
what I
this
think
check,
it might have
bro.
been.
That's
to be honest.
another turn. If
Said I
it's
have
not
my
even his
wife.
daughter's birthday dinner, it's just her friend's birthday dinner. You're
I
supposed
don't
to pick it up.
I don't know. I'm
Damn,
trying
he
to
must
remember.
be made of money then. Huh?
That's what I'm
Can't
saying.
be
He's
like-
talking
the
about
way
these-
she was talking to him
For,
was crazy.
for the audacity,
talking to me
bro,
like
there's
that.
just
You got
straight
me.
audacity of what he just did.
Would you have sat there for that long, or would you have got it? Well, I mean, the thing is, you got to pay your bills, so you're kind of trapped.
Nah, I would have. However long it took me to pay my bill, that's how long it would have took my section of the bill. However long it would have took for her to split that,
Ironing
and
out
bring
the
me to
details.
mine. Yeah, that's up to them. How long? I'm
Who
in this
ordered the ranch?
establishment.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't us that ordered the ranch.
So one little turn. Let's say it's for like your daughter's
I feel that,
wedding,
though, honestly.
and instead of like a bachelorette party, they want to do like a bachelorette dinner down in like let's say Miami.
Yeah.
Right. And they expected you to pay for it all. What would you say?
I'm not paying for shit, but whatever my shit is, like for me, my partner,
Yeah,
my child, if that's a thing.
And that's her wedding, not a birthday. Right.
Yeah,
I don't- yeah, I don't
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
To be honest, I don't really know people who would expect that out of me, or I would expect that out of.
That
To be
tradition
honest, I
died.
don't really know
Whatever
people,
tradition
like,
they're talking
people
about.
I hang out with don't do that.
No.
Fuck no. Yeah, I mean,
You
there's
know?
times that people have like split the check kind of like evenly type shit and not like nitpicked as far as like splitting the check, but like split the check literally.
It's just an
Um,
expectation for me.
Yeah, there's friends definitely like that. That has been the case for me, or that they would pay for shit completely for me just off the whim. But then it's like that gets reciprocated. Just depends how close the friends are. These aren't his friends. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna see y'all again to like, pay it forward and like do a solid. But it's like if like me and my friend go to Taco Bell, I might be like, oh, I got this one because then I already know at some point there's gonna be an opportunity, or he already has. Done that. So it's like, that's different. But yeah, this is not people he have a relationship with.
We're not counting petty favors, but $700.
Yeah, also that part.
I need a payment plan.
Also, that way, if he brought his family, if my homie brought his whole family to Taco Bell, I'd be like, fuck no, bro. I was like, yo,
the family pack, y'all better make these tacos, these 15 tacos. That's what it is. Y'all better make it work.
Split it. Yeah, fuck. Make it work by splitting it up.
That's called family pack for a reason.
I had the quesadilla and the large fucking Pepsi. That was
Yeah,
it.
take that off.
Don't charge me for the sauce. Taco Bell is so close to doing that, by the way. I just want to let everybody
Aren't they
know.
all?
That now, when you order in the app, they want to know the exact amount you want, then they don't even fucking give you it.
Oh my god, dude.
What's that about? Yeah, they want to charge you for it. Trust me on that. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
These companies are losing
Yeah.
money on sauce packs.
Y'all aren't running into the Taco Bell
They're in the red.
conundrum. That's fine.
Expensive shit.
That's fine. I'm glad it hasn't hit your doorstep yet. You know what I mean? But just know, just like it hit mine, it's gonna hit everybody's.
All right.
It's a recession of sauce. But either way, hey, subscribe. The Sauciest Podcast. We'll let you know what's up. Sit and Politic. You already know. Go find us Sit and Politic everywhere on all platforms, wherever you can stream. Apple, Spotify. mainly YouTube. I definitely show the most care to YouTube, so definitely make sure you subscribe there. And we drop stuff every single day, and also do episodes at least once a week, full episodes where we dive into whatever's going on. Right now, it's sports that's happening, it's NFL playoffs that's happening, so that's what we're getting into every week. We've been delving into it. My man Kev here, and you wanted to let them know where they can find you on X,
formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
K_Jacob, man. You gotta add that, bro.
Yeah,
because
People don't know.
dirty.
That's true. That's true.
Everywhere you see, they do
You're
that.
right.
X, formerly known. I don't know.
I really just want to say Twitter. I hate X. I'm like, it feels weird to refer to something as just a letter. Well, and also it's just a letter. Like, what kind of asshole? If somebody decided to make a company that was A, I'd be like, you know what I mean? It would be a little weird to say. Like, find me on A. Nah, bro. It never will roll off the tongue.
Yeah,
it's not even enough letters to roll off the tongue. Yeah,
Twitter, so perfect.
Paul B. Balcom. Just fucking go find this man.
That's it.
Search his government.
And then
everything you need to know right there.
Yeah,
literally.
Socials on there, address,
Instagram. Yeah, go. Instagram's Balcom B.
Paul.
Yeah, Balcom. Oh, is it just Balcom Paul?
Balcom Paul.
Okay, Balcom Paul. Yeah, go check him out there. Lots of informative, funny stuff going on that page every day that I see.
It's random, but there's gonna be some stuff.
Mine's a little less active. I'm on there here and there.
Are you more of a consumer of social media than a contributor? I've been that way my entire life. I've had to try to contribute more because of the podcast. So I'm like, okay, let me.
Yeah, I don't really
engage.
Might still be random. I mean, sometimes I go on like. I used to love Twitter, man, and go on rant. And I wouldn't say rants, but just say how I feel.
Say how you feel.
But I've been less likely prone to do that lately.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like I'm good on it.
Yeah, for me,
I'll just watch the shit and
I don't even
server. Yeah, bro, just laugh my ass off.
I get that though. That's how
send it to people in live.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, like not even on the site.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. See, that's what I like about Instagram that I do, and then I forget it shows on Facebook. Which I've tried to just stay off politics on Facebook because I used to be way too much on Facebook.
I don't even.
To where I've lost way too many friends on Facebook because of
really,
bro. Yeah,
me too.
Because again,
I lost all my friends on Facebook. I don't have it. That's why.
Okay.
when everyone posts one side here,
holy shit,
and then you're one of like the 10 people.
What's y'all's beliefs? I should ask.
It's like I'm one of the 10 people that actually share like left side, so that it's like, oh fuck him. So I get it, but so I try not to. I forget my story's going there, but I just watch reels and I go, I can't not share this with people. So like I send them to you, or I send them to my select people, and then certain ones I'm like, okay, everyone should see this one, and then I forget that like, okay, I probably posted 6 political ones in a row, and people probably stopped watching.
Well, I gotta be honest. Always send me shit to my text messages because sometimes I don't check the socials
I can tell.
messages, and I'll tell you why. Because when I hop in there, I get fucking anxiety because sometimes people are hitting me up about some fucking sideways shit, not sideways shit, but just like, shit where it's like I want to be able to actually fully engage with what they're saying, and if I'm not feeling in that mode, I'm like, because if I see it, then I have to engage with it. But Facebook I'll do, but you already know I told you last time I got on Facebook, I had to fucking call out the motherfucker for stealing shit.
Well, you was
$70.
Fucking stealing $70, but motherfucker's supposed to make a goddamn logo and send me my $70 now, which he said, and he still hasn't. I told him, I'm like, bro, you need another fucking loan for the 70 so I get my 70 back? Like, what the fuck? Kind of like, like what kind of fucking operation is he running? Bro, he had the fucking audacity. This is so much shit. I'll talk about this forever. Until you pay me my money, Casey.
I'm going drop. Okay.
Bro, he already knows. I dropped him on Facebook. I told him, bro, until you run me my fucking money, bro, I'm gonna keep on saying.
What city's he from?
Oh, he's in Indianapolis. I think he's in Indianapolis, but yeah, that's the problem, bro. This is the thing. Oh my god, let me just.
I
might as well get into
it. Hey, bro, the name. I didn't think
I could get into these sports.
I'm loving it,
bro. Yeah, this motherfucker, he is wild. So he was the motherfucker in class when I went to high school in Indianapolis. Would just draw shit and would draw shit well or whatever. And I was trying to support that because I'm just a supportive motherfucker. I was like, I'm doing what I'm doing. If I'm gonna ask somebody to do something for the podcast, I'd like to support somebody else's shit that they're doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, dumbass. That's why I fucking hit you up, stupid. What the fuck? God, it was business, idiot. The fuck? This dumbass thought it was like a fucking favor. I'm a bank or something. What the fuck? But either way,
How long ago was this?
Bro, like 2 years ago. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even tripping about it because I'm like, that's how I am. I'm
principle, man. I'm with you.
Principle. I'm like, if I see you, then I'm like, I have to like. This isn't the first time I hit him up about either. So but I'm not gonna run you down. I already hit him several times. You're not gonna hit me back. Okay, you need the 70. Like, okay, brother. I guess whatever. Get a fucking job. Draw some shit like I asked you to do. I would have asked you to draw some more shit and gave you more $70 if you would have just fucking drew the first shit that I asked you to do. But whatever.
Bro, this point, just draw something and send it.
You got to start half and half.
I told him that. Like, bro, draw something right now. That was one of the messages. I might leak the messages on Instagram. Be like, bro, I literally told him, I said, go draw something right now. He was like, bro, don't talk to me like that. I'm like, go draw something right now. I'm not fucking around. Right. Draw me something right now. And when he kept telling me he was going to give me my money and not sending me my money, that's what was wild to me. And I really was like, at that point, his principal, I was like, bro, admit to me right now you don't have $70.
Or that you just don't want to send it to me.
I swear.
Right.
No, well, no, because you're saying you want to send it to me. So if we're just going to take each other on our word, then there must be another reason you're not sending me the $70 that you've held for fucking 2 years for a fucking drawing. So I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back and chill. And then motherfucking literally, we're going back and forth. I sent him the fucking Cash App several times, but the first time he was advertising his services. And I'm like, oh, well, obviously I'm gonna give him a fucking Yelp review right in his comments on Facebook.
I gotta do that.
I'm like, this motherfucker steals. Like, don't use his business. Like, he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, whatever. I gave him that. I want to, I hit you, you ain't said shit.
That's what made you more mad, right?
Oh my God, what are you even talking about, bro? Like, I gave you, I sent you the art. No, you fucking didn't. I sent you several messages. And also I'm gracious. I'm gracious, chat. I just want to let y'all know, chat. I'm not wilding out. Look, bro, I gave him. I gave him several months. I gave him several months to fucking figure it out, like to draw the shit. I was hitting him up. He didn't even hit me back, and I gave him like 20 days in between hitting him back type shit. Like it was not the first thing on my mind, even though it had to do with my business and what I was doing, sitting in politic, and you stupid fuck. So it's like that's why I fucking you wanted you to fucking draw some idiot. But yeah. So either way,
talk your shit, man.
Well, at the end of the day, I feel like I got my $70 worth. That's my thing. At the end of the day, look, if you're not gonna give me my $70, then I'm gonna talk about you, and that's how I get my money's worth out of what the fuck I paid for.
Now you got your time.
I ain't gonna lie, because if I ever need artwork, I'm not going to KC.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it. And also that part. I talked to
son of a bitch.
I talked to mad podcasters and shit. Of course, I would have sent the fucking business that way towards somebody I went to high school with, and da. Either way, so how this came back up? Because once again, I'm not tripping about it. I believe in karma and all that. So I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna like allow a ton of my energy to go towards this until it lands back at my doorstep in a way, which happened the other day. So I get on Facebook. I barely get on there. I hop on there. Like the first thing that pops up is somebody that went to the high school I went to in Indianapolis, and they're like, of course I went to LC, and then like finish it, like start this trend.
Yeah, okay.
And he posted it.
Oh God.
So I went, damn, I wish I had my phone right now because I read it verbatim, but I put something along the lines of like, of course I went to LC. We tried to support a motherfucker's business by whatever, it's putting $70 down, and they run off on it. Motherfuckers are broke as shit in that school. And then he does the same fucking goofball shit. What are you talking about? What the fuck do you mean? What am I talking about? We talked about this. And then also he tries to say he sent the money. He gets in my DMs. Like I said, we might, a day that I have my phone, we might actually go over the DMs because they are fucking hilarious going back and forth to this fucking idiot. Literally, bro, he tells me at one point, he says, everybody else I've done business with would say I do good business. I'm like, motherfucker, you saying that to somebody you fucking stole from is wild to me. Like, I swear to God, I'm like, bro,
you're just trying to say face everybody else. You're lost.
I'm like, yeah, literally. So you only fucking robbed one person? Okay, well, clap it up, make it fucking right, idiot. And the thing that really irritated me the most, if you're gonna steal, just don't ever tell them you're gonna give your money back, because then I'm like, now, like I said, I'm like, okay, well, where's my shit? It's been literally 2 years.
I've been waiting.
All the shit I said to y'all, basically, I said to him, I'm like, bro, I gave you a loan 2 years ago now. I'm like, if you're telling me you don't have it, that's fucking wild to me. Like,
$20 a week, $10 a week.
On principle.
A week.
Payment plan, bro.
Bro, he was telling me I was wild. He was telling me I was wilding out, and I was just like, bro, you are. I was like, it's principle. Literally, it's principle. Like, you're like, in no way can you justify your actions. Yeah. And obviously, like, maybe I might not be able to justify the level of like, shit that I'm rubbing on your name or whatever. But hey, that is what it is. Every action, you stole some money as a equal and opposite, and maybe a little bit more reaction.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like you just
was it worth that 70 case?
Was it worth? And send the shit. It's just send the shit, and then you know what? I'll say he sent the shit. Still a scumbag. Held it. I really need him. And also, I told him, by the way, obviously, I told him it was $100, not $70, because that just makes sense.
Interesting.
A fucking course, bro. You held it for 2 years.
Again, you've been investing more time having to argue with him.
If you would have been shiesty,
you're never gonna get none of it anyway. So you could think 1,000.
The 75, bro. I'm thinking 70. I might hit him up with that too. I might hit him up with that too. But yeah, no. If he sees this, I might not get it. But honestly, I'm confident I'm gonna get it eventually because it's a full court press at this point. He's literally is in my DMs right now, like initiated contact for whatever reason, and hasn't deleted me, which is wild. It's like, bro, if you're gonna steal, like fucking leave.
Yeah,
leave the crime scene, bro. What the fuck were you doing being friends still?
Yeah, right now you
holy
just being
shit.
disrespectful.
Yes,
bro.
like 2 years later, and I'm like I said, I'm seeing you post. Of course, I went to LC. Yeah, fucking thieves went there,
bro. It's probably because he knows you live in Florida. He's like, he can't.
Well, bro, it's also
it's just one click.
Also,
one
in the
quick
city,
plane ride.
in the city, we would never see each other most likely. But it's like at the same time, if I do see him, it will. And I did tell him that. I'm like, he's like, bro, watch how you're talking about. I'm like, bro, if I ever see you, trust me, I will initiate contact. You will not have to worry about it. I promise. Like I will initiate contact. Well, I mean, like I said, even if it's not violent, 100%. If I see you, there's gonna be something in my body that's gonna be like, bro, if you don't go talk to this person, you're gonna explode. You know what I mean? I don't know, 100%. So it's like, no, if I see him, 100%, like on principle, we're gonna talk about it. And basically, long story short, I wouldn't pay for these bitches checks either. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck are going on.
We talk about 70. I don't know the zero to that. I bet you call it be cheap.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. $70. That's my thing. I'm not gonna like run you down and exhaust too much of my energy about that, but I will not forget it.
Yeah. You were never gonna get me before, and now after the name calling, you damn sure ain't gonna get me.
I'm not gonna say there's never a moment that like I wouldn't pay for like my friend's kids, but it's just the audacity of you coming to the engagement expecting me to just front everything at this nice restaurant that you guys chose to do. You guys chose to do this.
But
no, I think that's what he was saying.
I think it was
like
because they said you invited us out type shit.
Oh,
maybe he said you guys picked the restaurant. Maybe he did say that, but
so regardless, it's
honestly there just needs to be more communication. First of all, I didn't realize there was his daughter. A lot of things,
you know.
Well, but I'm saying he paid for. So you're saying if you brought your daughter out and your daughter brought her friends?
I didn't realize it was his daughter though.
What do you mean?
Like in the whole context, like because I'm wondering, I wouldn't be. I mean, I feel like I would have a conversation before.
Yeah,
right. Like if it's my daughter's friends, I didn't realize that's who it was though. I thought it was just like one of
they're just grown ass women.
Yeah, so it's probably not his daughter.
Well, no,
so everything I'm saying only applies if it's not his daughter.
No, but I think it is. I think the one is his daughter, but I think that he paid for her. He said, "I'll pay for my wife."
Yeah,
and I think he said
and then her because it's her birthday.
But he didn't
but he didn't say my daughter, right? He just said her. It's
birthday girl.
Birthday girl. That's all he said.
But I mean the context.
Maybe it's his wife's friends.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be like,
bro, that would be wild.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's so uncomfortable though.
Yeah, that's
because that fight's not going to end.
Well, no,
his wife's going to be fighting that battle for a while.
Well, yeah, but his wife just stood up behind him and flat out was like defending.
Yeah, like, if I got shorty on my back, I really don't care how y'all feel. Bro.
Yeah,
like whatever. My girl, good, cool, man. Y'all talk about what y'all want.
To fuck up the evening like that, though, damn.
But the thing is, that's what I'm trying to tell you. My evening's not fucked up, bro.
That's interesting.
Yeah, bro. Like that shit, I'm wiping that shit off and I'm going home. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Y'all still got to deal with that.
You're not gonna think about that.
Wash you right off. Nah, I think about it. I would be definitely cussing the fuck out about it on the way home.
I'm kind of like that too.
I'd be hot for a minute, bro. I'd be like, man, them trifling ass motherfucking nose. Man, I'm gonna pay all that money. Do you believe that shit?
You'd became Tupac in the car.
Bro, I'd be fucking going off, and then Laura would just have to be like, yeah, I know.
It's got to be a sounding board.
Yeah. And then I'd apologize for
she's in the chat. I know he's fucking broke. I know. I fucking hate going out with him.
Bitch, I'm broke.
And then by the time I get home, I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry for my negativity, but then bitches.
Give me some. You already know what time it is. You got to bring it back to the positivity. I already know.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, when it's the wife. But man, I think that in that scenario, that's manageable. Your woman's gonna have to deal with that. That's crazy expectations. Like Kev said, setting those expectations before you go out, I guess, would have been optimal. But I think how these ladies reacted, they would have reacted negatively to that even, and maybe just not even showing up, which I guess would have been whatever. But it's just a shame, that yeah, just fucking acted like fucking idiots. Because I mean, for me, I'm in the same position as you. I'm pretty good at like just like letting shit fucking go and like not even think about it. But randomly, I will think about it though, and I'll be like, oh damn, and I might have whatever thoughts about it. But
yeah, but I mean, even with that, like I don't think it's gonna ruin my day or piss me off. I might think about it.
You're like a quarterback, man.
Next play.
Yeah,
forget the interception.
Like, I don't who even cares, bro. Like,
no,
you're right.
You know what I mean?
Paul, did you throw a lot of? I'm pretty curious. Did you throw a lot of interceptions in your career? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm a gunslinger, baby.
Okay, talk that talk.
And then
he played quarterback, so I'm curious.
Hey,
okay, so
gunslinger. Then you got to just.
Do you think so? Emotions? Do you think plays heavily? Do you think emotions plays more heavily into somebody being a gunslinger than their arm talent does? Curious.
Ooh, that's
more mentality.
Probably because you're trying to get a lot in one play, right? So it's like you want to take that shot, you want to take that risk, and then some of it's an ego driven thing where it's like, oh yeah, I can do that. And
I want the running back to get those yards,
bro. Okay, yeah. Well, that was a fault of my own in high school because you want to prove something. So it's like gotta go to college and shit. Anybody can throw that pass, but this pass takes some talent. But hey,
in a way, you're ahead of your time.
But low percentage.
The only thing is that's cool. You just gotta make the pass.
Live and learn.
That's the only thing.
Don't doubt that, baby.
I'm just saying.
If
you do that, you good.
Yeah, but sometimes you throw interception. Well, you said
you have to.
Well, a lot though. You guys asked if you threw a lot. You're like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it played a long time.
What's ratio?
Well, okay, I don't mean like that. That's what more
outnumbered.
Is it close though? Is it like
not that close?
So let's say,
okay, you know what I'm asking, Paul. We talk about fucking.
Let's just say, for example, you threw 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
How many interceptions?
16.
No, probably
14.
No, 11.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. 12. Okay, yeah, I'm not even mad at that. All right, well, anyone wants to
but there would be more than I think. More, yeah, if I'm throwing that many passes, it would be closer to 25. Fucking no, bro, because it's slinger, baby. Hey, slinging that ball.
I baited you, bro. I fucking baited you. I knew he wasn't going to let you do that
season, bro.
How many interceptions? Does the interceptions go up higher if you say 25? Or
no, because there's a lot. Because again, so game wise, so basically,
we said the criteria was 20, and you said 12. Now you want to jump it up to 25?
No, because I'm trying to think. So listen, so game wise, it would be like anywhere from like 2.5 touchdown average to an interception. So, but there would be obviously like a 4-2. But yeah, I'm going to probably throw one a game. I mean, it just gunslinging.
He's going to take some chances.
It's third down and 12. I mean, I'm not going to throw it here. I'm going to try to fucking get it past the sticks. You get some pressure. You try to throw it away. Hey, listen, man, it is what it is. You got to brush it off and move to the next.
Well, one of the main things that we want to make sure to get into tonight. So I want to make sure that we get into football because there might be some people in here expecting us to get into football, and we got quite a few of y'all in here now. So let's get into it. Speaking of quarterback play, I think we got to talk about Lamar Jackson. So MVP most likely of the league this year. We'll see how that ends up playing out. But
regular season award.
Regular season, yeah. And how do you think that he ended up performing in the playoffs overall? And won one game, lost a game, lost this weekend to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
Well, are we going to put that all on Lamar or the Spags and that defense not get credit? Because what quarterbacks look really good against him this far?
Oh, well, I think the thing is, where do we put Lamar? I think that's something where you expect, like what I was saying with Tua, with the playoff game. I just expected something more than 7 points. You know what I mean? Like an elite level quarterback, if you're going to be considered that, I think you got to, especially in big moments. You can't wilt under the pressure. You got to get more. And there's a lot of gameplay issues, and I think there's issues with Lamar's play, like what you were saying.
Yeah, he
trying to get too much each time, not being patient enough. Also, I mean, like I said, things he can't control with like the run game not being as effective as
that's pushing, man. And so sometimes as a quarterback and as a team, coaching does it. I mean, you push.
Yeah,
you're in that moment and you want it so badly. And then and especially as a quarterback, one of the worst things is when you're going against a high-powered offense. And you don't know if your defense is going to be able to get many stops. So now you're definitely pushing. You're trying to, hey, I gotta play catch up, and you're making decisions that you shouldn't make.
Yeah.
So as far as Lamar's play, I mean, it wasn't his best game by any means. It was probably one of his worst of the season.
Yeah.
But again, I think that Spags and that defense shows you something very different throughout the game to where it makes you have to play that way.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of overlooked. Again, Miami, Buffalo, Baltimore, they all had to complete passes short.
You probably feel confident that like Patrick Mahomes might
Which man, he played
over.
fuck.
He might overcome a defense like that. You know what I mean? That's what
Hey,
I'm saying. If
all
this
that
is-
sounds lovely, bro. Lamar Jackson choked, bro.
I'm not gonna say he choked. I mean,
Choke,
it's fair.
bro.
Again, let the narrative be that.
Listen,
but I think that
I'm
there's more
watching-
to it than just someone choking.
I'm
But
watching the
those are
game.
Kev
I'm
gonna
watching
say,
the
but-
game, right? This is not the same Lamar Jackson I've seen all season. Like, I can understand he didn't play. I mean, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's never gonna beat him, make those kind of throws, right? But you've been playing one way all season. You've been great all season.
Right.
Running out, like I do agree, some of that's the coaching. You ran for 16.
you want to
16
hear his
rushes.
stats? Real
Yeah,
quick?
I'm pretty sure it was 16 rushes the whole game.
So he carried the ball 8 times for 54 yards, threw for 272 yards,
That's a pretty
one
good
touchdown,
game, bro. That's
one
30 yards.
touchdown, one interception, 20 completions to 37 attempts. So
So
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now,
Can we
though.
look at Josh Allen's game.
Hold on, though.
Just
but,
in comparison.
against the Chiefs.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
I would love to see that. And if it's similar, it's a problem. If it's similar, it's a problem. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why it's kind of it is coaching. So I agree with you on that aspect.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson should not be throwing the ball 37 times. That's not the quarterback he is.
Yeah.
Just bottom line.
Well, and some of it is also game plan and how, like, I mean,
Yeah.
we came in here and one of the things that at least I applauded for Josh Allen was he was actually patient in the Chiefs game.
He was patient.
So
in the
it's
Chiefs
like
game.
to
Yes, he
knock
was.
his stats and just say like, oh, hey, let's just look at the stats. I just want to push back on that and say what I was really impressed with his play because he was patient. And it's like that's one of the things that we've been asking from Josh Allen for years.
So I
literally
did.
years.
So I did send you that stat that pass chart thing that I
Mhm.
saw, and
Yeah, I
and
don't remember
was-
it clearly. Yeah.
It was 16. He completed 16 passes behind the line of scrimmage. He was 11 of 20 for 96 yards past the line of scrimmage in the
Yeah.
game versus the Chiefs. I think that the Chiefs defense forces you to play that way.
Sure.
So, and that's something that Baltimore,
with
they
that.
weren't being patient enough. And that's Lamar. He wasn't
And
taking
that's what I'm
those.
trying to tell
No,
you.
and
It's Lamar,
I'm
bro. He
saying you were
choked.
right there. You're right there. But what I think is this: what every team, even Miami with Tua was breaking runs from the quarterback position against the Chiefs. Josh Allen was able to do that. The Chiefs are willing to give up running the
my
running
pushback to
game.
you is this, though.
Yeah.
We knew all this.
But why did Baltimore abandon the run?
What I'm trying,
That's the problem.
But I
So
agree
that's-
with
that's
you.
coaching. Yeah,
I do.
I'm agreeing with you. That's what I'm
Here,
saying.
hey, can I pull that?
I'm just going with you.
I want to pull that up because I want to get back to Baltimore's stats. So I just want to say before we move away from this, Josh Allen threw for 186 yards, so that's like probably like 50 yards less or something like that. I don't remember
I
exactly.
think 272. Didn't you say before?
I don't remember. Maybe I don't know. So it's around there. So one touchdown, no interception, which is huge for Josh Allen. He had 12 carries to Lamar's 8, and he had 72 yards. So
250.
yeah, like 15 yards more.
passes?
So.
And then
But also
rushing
two touchdowns.
How many
Yeah.
how many
Rushing.
pass attempts?
He had 39 pass attempts and completed the ball 26 times.
Lamar Jackson is not that kind of quarterback.
16 behind.
20 for
That's
37
wild.
is not great.
Let's see here. And then
No.
also, so in his
So-
case, his running back still had 18 attempts.
Yeah.
Right.
So James Cook still had 18 attempts.
Right. They ran the ball 25 times, 24
And
times.
how many did the Ravens have total? I know Lamar had.
Wait,
8.
how
I'm
many
gonna go
attempts
back to
did he
that
have?
James Cook had 18.
So damn, so they had 30 rushes.
Yeah, he averaged 8.4 yards a carry. But even just being committed to the run in that way was
Right, and that's the
effective.
thing, and that's what Baltimore.
but-
for some, why did Baltimore go away from what they did best there?
Well, also, okay,
Yeah.
we could talk about stats too, Robert. We watching the game. Lamar Jackson did not look good. He didn't look good. I know you're not a big believer in the eye test.
No,
I know that,
I
but
agree with you there.
He,
Like
he looked bad.
272, you were right.
yeah, 272.
yards.
So again, so
Yeah.
he had over 300 yards. So what I'm saying is, when you look at, he had out of the 3 quarterbacks that played the Chiefs this season, statistically passing, he did the best in the playoffs.
Question why? Okay, so if he had over 300 total yards, which is
That's me going
factually-
against 2 of there. by
which
the
is
way.
facts. He did have a turnover, but either way,
2 turnovers. Don't
Okay.
give out the fumble.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that's
so
true.
yeah, so 2 turnovers. So he had
It's
over
just holding
300
on to
yards
the ball
though.
too long.
I guess that kind of answers the question I was about to ask you. Why? How do you justify the 10 points?
No, again, I think
Well-
that I give that 60%, probably 65% Chiefs defense, and then 35% to the Ravens offense. I think
Okay.
that and then when in that 35%, you have to split that probably 60 to offense coordinator and team, 40% Lamar. Okay, I'm not going to give
Yeah.
him
Well-
all this because again, I think that they were having him play out of what they needed to do.
6 rushes, by the way, between the 2 running backs, Justice Hill and Gus
Dude,
Edwards.
That's a fucking
and
problem.
then also 2 attempts from Zay Flowers. But
Bro, that's a problem.
So,
they have
but
2 tight ends,
the
Patrick
biggest thing is
Ricard, and then
this-
you didn't run the ball.
Yeah. Now the biggest thing is this is the turnover battle. It was 3-0, right?
Well, yeah, that's
You're not going to win a
Hey,
football
but-
game
but bro,
against Patrick
now,
Mahomes.
now listen. Last week,
committing 3 turnovers.
last
It's not
week-
going to happen.
last week, remember when I said how Mahomes doesn't find it as quickly. Yo, he played flawless. That
I mean, bro, you were just talking crazy because you
I
wanted
was
to defend
nah,
too.
bro.
I
I'm
just
telling
let
you right
go,
now.
bro.
You sounded
No, Patrick Mahomes himself.
We're okay, man. We let
How he's
you let
learning
you
to
live
read
with that.
defenses.
We blend out of emotion, bro.
penalties also
Key,
matter.
bro.
There's a big difference in
Man,
penalties.
that
Like 60 yards.
So what do we think about
Well, here, real quick, 3. So just to confirm what you said, 3 turnovers for the Ravens, 0 for the Chiefs, and then also something to note: a 15-minute difference in time of possession.
With a team that doesn't do that. So
they
Third
came
down-
out the first 2
third-
drives and was killing.
the Ravens
Third
got
down
outplayed.
efficiency, by the way, 3 for 11 for the Ravens.
I just want to let y'all know I enjoyed every minute of that.
That's under 30%.
Every minute.
Oh, then
So-
losing?
Yes, I enjoyed every. So it's hard for me because I root for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Right.
But as a Steelers fan,
nah.
gotcha. I was
So-
really trying to. I was like, damn, why the hell?
Yeah, as a
You were
Steelers
like, I
fan,
love every
I'm
minute of
glad.
failure.
Yeah, I'm glad. I like to
I
loved
feel
it.
that.
I loved
Oh,
it.
yeah. Like with the Bills, I kind of feel, but then at the same time, I also am like when the Bills do good or whoever, or when the Patriots are winning, it's like there's kind of like a sense of pride that comes from like, oh, well, they came from our division. We
Yes.
play them twice a year. That's the competition that we
But
play
fuck
against.
that.
That's why I love putting Josh Allen on a pedestal because I think he is legit. I think he's 100% legit. And I think that's a serious mountain that we have to climb as the Miami Dolphins. And I think that's just part of what makes our division so serious. If Aaron Rodgers was playing, then we would have a very
but
serious
I would
division.
never root for them in the playoffs. Fuck them. Don't
Yeah.
win. I don't want you to win. I'm sorry. Respectively,
Yeah.
competitively, so don't win.
I personally would not mind seeing Josh Allen get a Super Bowl.
So the
Personally.
question.
I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna have a Brett Favre type situation where he's gonna get like 2 of them, maybe later in his career randomly, and
Possibly, yeah.
yeah.
My question is: does this game change any opinions about any of these
Smooth.
players?
Does this game change my opinion of any of the players?
Of any, as far as Lamar and as far as Patty?
Chiefs players. Well,
Those
Patrick
two
Mahomes
specifically.
already has
Those
the
two
ultimate.
specifically.
Patrick Mahomes already gets the ultimate respect from me. I think he legitimately has like a GOAT conversation. If you're talking about project,
Well, you're gonna say that
and-
regardless if he's in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
But-
I'm just saying, but
but-
seeing him do that is just like it just like affirms it even
But-
further. It's like this is
Absolutely.
it. This is what we like. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but this game here was the icing on the cake. I mean, the Super Bowl is going to be the Super Bowl, but icing on the cake, I think, for like the year he's had where he hasn't had the best talent out there at receiver, and he's had to really carry this team. And like I said, he played
That makes some
You're
quarterback.
talking about
plays,
Patrick
too.
Mahomes.
Yeah, he
Can I say
played
something?
quarterback
I wanna
better
say
than I've
something.
ever seen him.
I want
play
to say something. I
quarterback.
want to hear you respond to it. I think that this year we may have seen, and this goes to like the Cam Newton conversation. I know I've seen you engage in that a lot. I think this is maybe one of the best years, maybe also last year though, where we've seen Patrick Mahomes, the game manager, actually really
Yeah.
come into full effect
Yeah.
and really
Yes.
make a difference. To be honest,
And that's what I'm saying is this was
like the no turnovers, right here. Like, it's crazy.
which what kills me is this whole game manager conversation, which let's get it straight.
Can we before because I want to get into comments real quick because we have several.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
just can you keep your train of thought a little bit?
Oh my god,
Game-
that's why I got my notes.
Game
baby.
manager, yeah,
Hey.
game manager. Just because we're about to switch the subject slightly, but we're going to bring it back to the Ravens. NFL is rigged. Been saying it for years. This season just proves me more correct than last.
Why is it because my girl Tay Tay?
Hey,
They
my
don't
God.
wanna see my
Yeah.
girl
Why
in the
can't
Super
they
Bowl?
love-
Oh, I saw
love-
something. I actually saw
You know
something
I'm
crazy.
a Swifty, dog.
I saw
Y'all
something.
stop hating.
I saw something crazy that said that like the amount of value that she has added to the programming has been like $351 million.
Yes, I
That's
believe
some
I
number.
believe
That's
that.
sure
Yeah.
thing.
I believe
Yeah.
that for sure.
We're gonna get into that.
She
We're gonna
probably
talk
got a
about
hit song called "Short Thing," bro. She probably do.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day,
She probably-
she needs to cover
At the end of the
Miguel's
day,
short thing.
how-
That'd be fire.
listen. How
That would be fire.
how unbelievable is it that a pop star falls in love with a star football player?
Not that unbelievable to me.
Is that not the
It's a
fucking script
love
of a
story.
lot of
It's
movies?
a modern love story.
I
Especially
think-
when she done fell
Bro,
in
I
love with a
swear
lot
to
of
God.
famous niggas.
So it's like, bro,
That's
and
her
then-
type. What do you
and then,
mean?
hey, how many times has a dude fallen in love with a girl that's outside his type? It happens all the time. So
Yeah.
it's like at the end of the day, let it play its way out. See what it is. They seem like they're
I mean,
truly happy.
To
I
me,
mean,
it's this: the people,
who
the conspiracy
cares?
theorists,
Get
to
the
me,
fuck
they
off.
don't watch football already because we already know Travis was fucking nasty before. He was probably nasty before her, man.
Mhm.
That man was
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
we don't know, bro. Tyreek Hill quietly got 3 women pregnant at once. Like the fact he could do some shit, and also
Yeah, but
Xavier Howard.
None of them were Taylor.
Xavier Howard did the
no,
same thing.
None of them were
Allegedly.
Taylor Swift.
Bro, how did they go back to back like the fucking Bulls and fucking Lakers? Those two guys. Wow.
Bro.
They must have. I guarantee this is the sick shit. This is what you
Wow.
don't see. This is what Blitz the League tried to uncover. He's like, look, sponsorships. Sponsorships. Does this sound like something you want to pay for?
Hey, but for real, like,
Yeah.
bro, nah, bro, that's just wild. I don't know, man.
Oh,
I
Lord.
think the NFL isn't rigged. I think that refs. What I think is this. I think that the NFL definitely has an idea of who's marketable.
Well, here, let me get through because
Go
there's
ahead.
several of
You
these.
go ahead.
So it's not a problem.
It's not
paid
rigged though.
for.
Can we just respond to that? It's
Well, no,
not
this
rigged.
is all that. So you're going to be
All right.
responding back
Let's
to
go.
football, the officials, the players, a joke.
Jesus.
Season is bought and paid for before the first
Jesus.
snap.
How much
and
bread you lost on DraftKings? Jesus.
FanDuel rate this
Price
man
Picks is fucking eating it.
in the first preseason game. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Oh my God! By the way, go check out Smooth here. The players don't care; they sell out quicker than a fake Taylor Swift porn. My God,
What
they
the
spit all over the mic.
Where
That
are
was
we going?
disgusting.
Okay, what sites have you been? Have
And
you been
then-
on DuckDuckGo
And
again?
it's sad.
Get off of
It's
there,
just
okay?
sad.
Nigga, what?
They're not real
What are
sites.
we talking about?
Love it. All right,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
Fire off. Appreciate that. Fire off in the comments. Let us know how you feel.
Bro, it
Yes,
can't- listen.
yes, sir.
At the end of the day, man, players, these guys are some of the most competitive people on the planet.
They're like,
Okay.
we need to get us. I need
Okay.
more bitches pregnant than
Dude,
him.
where do you think that,
did
that
that
all
quiz
these
go?
guys, bro? So 53 times 32. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
shit, I'm
all I
not gonna
heard.
do that math right now,
Yeah.
but that's a lot. Like 1,500 to
a lot of people in
1,600
the
players. Like at the end of the day, that many
I
people.
bet I can get the most pregnant,
bro. Oh my God.
I can't win the Super Bowl.
That many people
What's
are
Chamberlain with
in
the
on
100
this
on there?
scheme to fucking throw the season. I don't believe it. Okay, I think
Well,
that
yeah.
I think that the NFL kind of has an idea who's marketable, and
Yeah.
obviously they want those teams to be marketed.
Could they throw the games without the players being directly involved?
I think that refs
Refs are trash.
could
Refs are
control momentum,
Uh-huh.
and they do. I think
That's
that
huge.
refs
They
could
missed a big
control
call at the end of the
things,
game.
but at the end of the day, as much as how much of that is the NFL and how much of that is a ref's bias.
Well, because you answered the question I asked though, so
Right.
I understand what you're saying. But do you think that the outcome of the game can be influenced basically
Yeah.
without the players being involved?
But, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that
Well, I know, but it wasn't a direct. I'm just more curious. So if we're in agreement on that, then your argument is like there's so many players involved.
well,
the
he said
refs-
players also.
He said officials.
He
Yeah, I mean, he said players too.
coaches, players. So I'm going one by one.
Okay, well, I mean, but we could even make this a reasonable argument. I understand he may have went all out on it, but like the officials could be involved. They don't make that much money. They could benefit, and
Right.
they would also have plenty of reason to be quiet about it.
Yes.
There's not a lot of leverage being an individual official, and if you do come out, obviously, like I'm not going to believe one individual. If one did come out tomorrow and say, "Hey, the NFL's rigged," the guy from the fucking Saints Rams game where the crazy pass interference got
Yeah.
missed at the end of the game, he came out and said, "Yeah, we were told to do that." Then I would listen to that critically, but I would probably at the end of the day still say like there's still an overwhelming amount of evidence that it's not rigged.
When there's smoke, there's fire. I'm believing them. I
Well-
don't believe none of these corporations, bro. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
shit.
Y'all telling
Okay,
me.
I'm confused. Your take.
Listen, y'all telling me.
Like,
Y'all
it is
telling
rigged, actually.
Listen, man. If you're telling me there's, I'm not saying there's rigged,
Yeah.
but if you're telling me something there's fraud involved in something, I'm more likely to believe it than not to believe it.
Okay, well, see,
You know
Well,
what I
people
mean?
do say that. though.
Fraud.
There's been players have come out and said that the NFL's rigged.
I haven't
Okay,
really heard
those
it.
Larry
are
Johnson.
some-
Larry Johnson. 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, said it was
Yeah,
rigged.
nah.
Which I mean, it's funny you haven't seen that. And then also something, Kent, go check out Gates Open Media, go support. And I have seen some stuff on him. He's doing better. So anybody that's out there thinking about Kent has Kent in their heart, I have seen him doing better. So that's great news. But yeah, go check out Gates Open Media. But one thing that he's pointed to was there's a scenario with like Jerry Rice and I think it's Tim Brown, whatever. It was the Super Bowl that they lost to the Buccaneers. And it was some situation where allegedly they came through and the coach changed the whole game plan the night before. It was supposed to be a run heavy game plan. They decided, okay, we're going to go pass heavy the night before. And whatever. There's some other kind of like, I guess not substantial evidence to me. I don't agree with this, but these are two cases that I know of. And basically Jerry Rice is like, yeah, that was weird. I've seen these videos where he's like, yeah, that was weird. Didn't make any sense. Never seen that before.
So on that, I know that there's a lot of times. I mean, they've had there's counts of Peyton Manning calling their quarterback coach. I forget his name, but he's on McAfee show a lot. But he the night before games, like saying, hey, we need to change this in the game plan. We need to change this. So I think that times coaches are going to outcoach themselves and outthink themselves. I think that getting coaches and all that is tough. What I do think is that without having an NFL officiating like union, not having them be one unit like one group, is a problem. Them not being employed, them being able to have outside jobs with the way that gambling is now. How many of them could have, fake accounts or accounts linked to a cousin or whatever, and there's no incentive because they're not paid well. So if you were to make them employees, make them well paid, make them well trained, that's fine.
What does that mean? Not paid well? I don't know how much they're paid, but I'd imagine
we can look it up, but it's not.
It is also. It's interesting though. Your like initial point that you bring up, electronic gambling does make this from an individual's perspective much more difficult to track. I would say. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I honestly hadn't considered that. I considered like refs fixing games and shit like that, obviously, but the fact it being like electronic now really opening that up for some really like malpractice basically.
I just feel like when you think about it, with how much money they make as refs, for you to say that they're going to be, these are lawyers, these are physicians, whatever, that they're going to
who's a lawyer and a physician,
look at their jobs.
The refs are?
Yeah, that's their backgrounds, like they're fucking so
all right, so $205,000 per year.
What does that mean? Not a lot of money, bro.
Come on, for what they
do, they don't do shit.
They get paid enough to
I'm
shut
not
the
saying
fuck
they
up.
don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't do shit, but they're not. It's not like they're chump.
Bro, they almost get paid
It's
as
not-
much as the president.
It's not, I'm not saying that it's small change, but in comparison to what they're doing with the business that they're in, when we're talking about the NFL and how much players are making, I can see it. So what I'm saying is, and then they're not trained. There's no school for them. Like they don't have like some training, but I'm saying there's no like NFL like practice, training camp, anything for the refs to help them get better. Think about being in a game and actually trying to catch all this shit on the field. All the time? No, not all the time. Again, I'm somebody who I hate officiating as much as fucking anybody. I love to scream at refs. But the problem is that I think that it would be very difficult for the NFL to be able to get an entire there are 9 refs, I think, on a team, and then you have how many games throughout. So I think some weeks you're going to have 16 games. I mean, every week you have 16 games.
Yeah.
So that many people to shut up about that the NFL, are conspiring an entire season and throwing games, and it would be more likely that individual refs have something on the side that they are that incentivizes their call.
Yeah, but they might do that. They might do if you're letting them know who's going to win, then they're going to bet with who they know who's going to win anyways. So what do you even mean?
I don't know. I mean,
they wouldn't have a separate like desire because they're like, hey, we'll just fucking go with what I already know the script is. And
how much do you think they could sell their story to a movie production company that the NFL's rigged?
Who knows?
I mean, shit. I mean, it takes one person. It takes one person to make the decision.
That doesn't mean we're going to believe them, though. Like I said, in my case, I probably wouldn't. If you had one random ref after all these thousands after all these like 100 years of football, like to sit here and say like, oh, it's rigged. I'm going to be skeptical of that. I would like to see more evidence than one person's claim that's directly involved. So to be that, and then by the way, to be that person, which we see all the time, like whistleblowers who end up blowing the whistle on something, they got to go live in fucking Russia. So it's like I'm not saying that.
What if they had concrete evidence? Would you still need more than one? Like if they had factual facts.
I mean, it would depend. It would depend because like a lot of things.
I don't know what that looks like, but
yeah, a lot of things could be faked. So I would be skeptical of their evidence for sure. And for me personally, I would have to see somebody else who was an expert go over like however you would verify whatever evidence they had.
Would you stop watching if it was rigged?
Well, like I said, if I knew 100% it was rigged, I don't know because I mean I watch wrestling sometimes. So it's like I probably wouldn't watch as much. I wouldn't be as invested in it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Like, that's definitely a huge turn on. Like, it sounds like what it does feel like.
Yeah.
What's the point? But like I said, I watch wrestling, so it's like that's the same shit.
I'm just trying to find like the reasons as to like why they would and why they wouldn't. Like at the end of the day, with the Super Bowl matchup, is there any doubt in your mind that these are
why they would
the two best teams in the NFL playing?
Oh well, yeah, I think so. Because we just had the doubt. Well, no, I'm saying yes, I do have. There is doubt. Well, a lot of people picked Baltimore going into that. A lot of people thought that was the best team in the NFL and that they were dangerous. A lot of people thought that the Chiefs were deficient. I don't even know if they were favorited in most of these games they played. Against the Bills, they might not have been favorited. So it's like they've overcome a lot, and that's another reason.
Patrick Mahomes.
I fuck with Patrick Mahomes. You never heard me say anything negative about Patrick Mahomes.
It's not unbelievable that the best player in football is going to.
It's
win
also,
the games.
by the way, it's also not unreasonable that like the best / and this is like if we're going with a trick, best quote unquote most flashiest player, you know what I'm saying? Like is in the Super Bowl. You know, why wouldn't you have him in the Super Bowl? He has a huge arm. Like it kind of makes sense in that way.
Yeah, but
you have this guy who represents middle of America in a way, Kansas City Chiefs.
And what does Lamar represent?
Has a huge arm. And then you have San Francisco 49ers, huge brand. Like these aren't like like maybe it would have been surprising if the Detroit Lions would have made the Super Bowl with Jared Goff and a Detroit market. That's like kind of like
a
what the fuck
market though. I mean,
but
the Midwest. That's the Midwest.
But a depreciated market, which I think we all know about Detroit. Shout out to all the Detroit viewers out there. But if you've been. I'm from Indianapolis. Come on, Detroit's a shithole. Let's talk about it.
So shall talk about it.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that yeah, I think that this is like if it was rigged, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that you have fucking Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It doesn't have to necessarily be merit. Although I agree with you, you know what I mean? We're on the same side, really. I think that Patrick Mahomes overcame this. I think it's not rigged and But I'm saying that's not necessarily
I just sit argument. There and I just think that a lot of people watch a lot of movies and that,
definitely
every Hollywood script seems realistic.
Should definitely trust
and I mean, everything in life is rigged. Nothing is earned. Everything is just a grand old conspiracy.
Some things are rigged, though. Some things are rigged, and some things aren't earned.
Sure,
you know what I mean. So your statement is equally black and white if you were to look at it the opposite way. Because I know you're kind of being facetious by saying like it's kind of silly to look at things that black and white, but to look at the other end would be equally black and white, where it's like, oh well, nothing's rigged, and you know everything is what they say it is.
That people don't like the outcome of. I mean, is baseball rigged? Is basketball rigged?
That's actually funny. Let's go ahead. So
boxing's rigged. UFC's rigged.
Well, hold on. We actually do have a comment that says,
every sport is rigged.
They proved the World Series was bought. That's true. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Okay, so there's this is old. Like I honestly don't even know when, but it was with the White Sox a long time ago. So awesome, Coach K. So yeah, shout out to Kent. Go support his channel for sure. Gates Open Media. Let me throw that actually up here so y'all, just in case I'm not coming through clearly, so y'all know. Gates Open Media, go check them out. Support the channel.
I just think it's disrespectful to the people that bust their ass the
motherfuckers who be getting hurt and shit
every day to go out there and bust their fucking ass.
The scriptures, I get hurt like J.K. Dobbins.
Bro,
I get hurt week 1 again,
bro. These coaches don't get to raise their kids, don't get to see their family because of the amount of time spent doing their job.
Well, the players
it's all
being
for
involved,
nothing because it's just a rig.
But that's why the players being involved typically. People won't go that far. You know what I mean? People will say the officials, but it's like the players could be playing their heart out. And we see plenty of times that officials fucking erase that in ways that we think are unjust or whatever. Now, I tend to agree. Yeah, that's human error. But if you're being more skeptical and you look at that, then the players could still legitimately get hurt, could legitimately still be tackling each other. And it could still, the outcome could still be manipulated.
And then they got to hurry up and fix the script and write a new one. So I mean,
it's $1 billion fucking organization. I mean, I think they could.
Which in that $1 billion organization would really have some problems going forward if this would ever to be true. So that's what I'm saying. I think there's more to lose in the game there. I think,
but that's why to hide it.
If we want to look at Roger Goodell as bad for the game of football and great for the business of football, I agree that 100%. I think that he's been a great commissioner as far as growing a brand.
Yeah.
But he's been a bad commissioner as far as player safety in the game of football itself. I think that a lot of things that they've been
great in player safety.
You can say that,
except for the knees. I mean, they need to fix that.
The head injuries isn't for player safety as much as lawsuits, in my opinion. And then you can't say player safety, add a 17th game, and add more overseas games. because what we know about body rest, being time, all that at being optimal at your optimal performance.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so it's like you can't. It's kind of contradicting there.
Yeah.
So I think that, but Goodell, like they've done a great job expanding the money of it. But again, you're hurting the game itself. Now, fans, it's no longer just your cold blood. You know, your red blooded fans are going. You can't afford it. So there's a lot of things. I think with them trying to take over multiple more days of the week is a problem. Putting on Peacock, so you go for the highest bidder to where people can't even watch the fucking playoff game. How is that for the fan? How is that growing the game outside of you trying to get a little bit more money from this one streaming service?
Well, some people don't have cable anymore.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have Peacock.
Well, it's true. A lot of people have Peacock and don't have cable.
I mean, shit, everyone
Love
has
football.
I mean, everybody, if you have Wi-Fi, your TV, these smart TVs will give you their local channels. You can find Fox and CBS.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I've never done that personally. So I mean, I feel you. I mean, I know back in the day I did it with antennas and shit. And I'm sure you can still catch waves like that, but
so it's,
I haven't done that in a long time.
so. But I think that saying that it's rigged is a little too far. I like it too. It's a fun conversation. It's cool to kind of kick around.
We got more comments. Stop is one of the comments.
Of course,
I'm with you. We could have dead it. I don't agree, bro. And if so, can we get the fucking Steelers the ring? What we gotta do for this?
What's Miami, man? Listen, Miami are to pay their dues for Steve Ross.
Right here says, "Oh, we should definitely trust them then." Think of the money you control just in Vegas.
Oh, I get
and
it.
also, by the way, you can. So it's not out of the realm of possibility because you can bet on it that it's not rigged because now you can bet on WWE now. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
it's interesting.
Which I don't know why you would bet on WWE.
But you can.
That's
and it's a predetermined outcome. So it's like,
yeah, which is again, that's
which seems like maybe something you shouldn't be able to bet on because of what you were saying.
I agree.
Because, like I said, I don't know why a ref would be like, "Oh, I see this team's going to win. I'm going to bet against that, and I'm going to try to fuck up the whole plan we had in the game." They're just going to be like, "I'm going to go with the plan, and I know who's going to win. Let me put the money on them."
But like the playoffs, they've let them play. I mean,
yeah. Here, I want to because we got a few comments. I want to get to all of them real quick, brother, because they're coming through. Wasn't time, dude. Don't say black to Paul.
Jesus Christ.
And then he said, because he's talking about the Black Sox, he said, "What, Paul? Black Sox, baby." And they were the ones that, like I said, rigged the game.
I thought it was White Sox.
Yeah, that was White Sox.
No, but because they rigged it, they were referred to as the Black Sox because they're like, "Oh, you guys are fucking scumbags," basically.
Well, okay, so that's racist as fuck.
It could be racist. Yeah, it could be racist.
No,
that's outside the point. That's outside.
Well, I mean, but I mean, you're talking about socks. You're not talking about people. Sure. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You're not.
The reference,
so it's like, yeah.
When you wear Black Socks, you
yeah.
That's all right. That's okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to call it racist.
I mean, we don't have to get into if we want to get into like a literature corner.
It's a funny racist joke. Can I just?
You had your moment. All right. Then he said, "What you got? Let's see here." Motherfucker, I'm glad somehow you got that through. A lot of times I'll go to the end and then I'll see all the comments that didn't make it through. There's a lot of stuff like this. Motherfuckers, I was gone all the time. I was an 18 man in Southwest Florida. I'm not sure what that was about. You have to clarify. I'm sure we said something
because I said the coaches sacrifice all their time away from
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
so you know,
but you're not going to rig jobs.
What did he say?
Nor am I.
He said, I was gone all the time, saying basically through his job, he sacrificed. He was the AC man in Southwest Florida. It's hot. Yeah, I'm not mad at getting into addicts.
That's my job.
God bless you.
I feel you. But
yeah.
Again,
well, I mean, so
it's not rigged though. No, I'm not going out wasting my time. You know,
I mean,
this air conditioner's never gonna fucking work.
They're paid handsomely for it, though. If you want to call it wasting their time, they're paid extremely handsomely for it. That's the thing. That's why it's like, and that's why anytime you talk about the players, it's cry me a river to fucking normal people. How many times have people fucking laugh?
How many people are the best in the world at the crabs?
It's like every 2 years somebody will come out, or maybe not every 2 years, but every once in a while you have somebody come out and make like the analogy of like the NFL to slavery, and it's like almost every time you have people like, the fuck are you talking about right now?
Okay, well, those are old like different times,
bro. That was just. That was just like 2 years ago that they were. Colin Kaepernick made a whole fucking series about it.
I said it, but no, like.
Oh wait, you love Roger Paul? Oh, okay. You're talking about Roger Goodell. Okay, so wait, you love Roger Paul?
Roger, I just said that.
You said he's the best commissioner that's ever lived, brother.
Not my word.
You just say that.
Has that been the
And
shit?
then when we tell you said it, you're like, hold on, that sounds crazy.
When did I say he's the best commissioner
I was
ever?
tripping 20 minutes ago. Not even fucking.
I said he's the best commissioner
5
ever.
minutes ago.
I said that he's
Who
really
the fuck
good
said
at
that? You did.
I said he's good at growing the brand, but bad for football. That's what I said. So, which again, he's appointed to and paid for by the owners. So, what are they going to want? The brand grown.
So
They're going to want more money.
So, question to get back to the
If
Baltimore
it's more
Ravens.
money, sorry, real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
Jerry Jones would have been paid for that.
Oh man, yeah, that's
For
true.
what?
That's true. Like whoever pays the most gets to like.
Oh
and
yeah,
He would have been
No, what
paid
I'm
for that.
saying is the owners pay his salary,
Yeah.
right, and hire him. So the owners own the league. So they vote on his contract, like they just extended it. Okay, so what
Oh,
I'm
God,
saying
yeah.
is they're going to want somebody who's going to
Says
grow.
Black Sox had nothing to do with the race. Get a clue, man.
Sure. But no,
Sorry, man. Inform me, bro. I'm uneducated in the motherfuckers. I'm like, what the hell?
Quit being part of the problem, Paul.
I'm over here coaching with the motherfuckers.
But if
Oh my god.
the owners want to make more money,
That's
they're going to
hilarious.
want the commissioner who's growing money for the league. And
Yeah.
not the commissioner who's saying, "Hey, no, you guys have to spend
Go
more
check 'em
money
out.
on grass fields because it's bad for the players not to have it." Right?
Yeah.
They're going to want the
They
commissioner who's
definitely
making the
do
more
that.
money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is that's what he's good at, and I'll give him that. But outside of that, like, I don't think he's great for the players. So,
Yes, sir.
I mean, at the end of the day, would they ever hire someone like Peyton Manning to run the league?
Oh, that's
No.
interesting. That's
Because
interesting, though, yeah.
he would be for the players
Sure.
more than he is for business. And again,
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they want. Which
Well,
again,
but
that's just here in
You
this.
can't have
where we're
both
at.
because, like in the NBA, I would say Adam Silver is for both.
Yeah, but the NFL's too far gone. Like
I
it's
mean,
just
well,
too
and
far
also
gone.
yes. I agree with you, but it's business, and they're trying to. It's like the UFC. Like the UFC is trying to hold on to whatever kind of leverage they have in their business and not give it to the players. And in this case, Paul's right. But to push back on Paul's point, where the commissioner is there for the players on one hand, he is the employee of the owners. He works directly for the
It works
owners.
directly for him.
So he should keep their best interest in mind. And the NFLPA, they are there to advocate for the players. So they should keep the players in mind. And maybe
Which they're
fight.
paid,
and maybe
who
fight
pays
harder
their
for that.
salary.
Well,
You're
but
right. If Adam Silver
but
was
it
looking out for the
doesn't-
players,
but
he
it
would have
doesn't
told Draymond to retire.
well, but this is my thing.
go ahead, bro. We don't miss you, bro. You ain't
But-
Kobe Bryant to us.
But it doesn't matter. Let me see. What did you say? 'Cause I lost my train of thought.
Who pays for the PA?
Who pays for the PA? Okay, yeah. So that's a fair point, but I think that we have to take into consideration those two jobs, commissioner to NFLPA.
Yeah.
They just functionally have different jobs.
Yeah,
so
of
where there
course.
may be some corruption, the idea of the NFLPA is that they're going to represent players. And what you're talking about, is true there. Players are in the NFLPA and they do represent players in that case. So maybe where they can't get to the point of commissioner because there may be some kind of conflict of interest, which I don't totally disagree. Like Peyton Manning or somebody like that would be great for that job. I could see that, but I can understand why it would be the commissioners who hire that person acting in their own, like acting against their self-interest. They want to keep as much, they want to keep that percentage exactly where it is as long as possible and
Yeah.
give back as little as possible.
Well, they said something about after Goodell going to a CEO of the NFL as opposed to a commissioner, which again just more business, which again get business out of sports. And I think that's the problem with not only sports but this country in a way. But we kind of went away from the integrity of sport and competition and just more to a business, and that's a problem.
Roger will not call and thank you.
What is that?
It's just being funny. Yeah, he says I could call and thank you for this endorsement. All right, so Cele Trey, aka Mr. Research. So I'm gonna have to take whatever you say pretty seriously here. He said this is about the Baltimore situation. Flowers was at fault, not Lamar.
That's fair.
Partly.
That's fair.
Everybody get blamed.
Everybody gets blamed.
Everybody get blamed. Flowers shouldn't have,
Well, on the offense,
Why did they go
especially-
away from the screen to Flowers? Like that shit was killing at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And that's nothing. The offense coordinator,
Yeah.
dropped the ball a lot.
Yeah, I mean in the defense when they hold Patrick Mahomes to 17 points with the game he was playing very disciplined ball. It's like that's really you can't expect anything.
Can't
else.
expect.
Yeah, so
I
you got to
mean,
put up
that-
20.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but
Yeah.
if the circumstances were different, Patty would have been more aggressive. Like you saw him.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. The game manager. He's like, all right, this game is in hand.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna fuck it up.
I'm just not going to turn it over.
that's true.
You
That's
know
true.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, and part of the disappointment with Lamar,
maturation is scary,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
There's
like, I'm just like, hey,
no
I'm not gonna fuck
weakness.
it up.
There's no weakness.
Exactly.
part of the disappointment with Lamar Cele, by the way, just to kind of get back on that, was that it did feel like the game was in hand the entire time with an elite quarterback. The same thing when Tua played and when Josh Allen, it felt like it was actually they were having a duel there. But with Lamar this weekend, it felt like the Chiefs were never in danger of losing that game, even though the game only ended 7 points away. That game was in hand, and like you said, most likely if they needed to play more aggressive and score more points, they probably would have.
At least would have tried. But you saw them running the ball, second down, third down. Like we're just not going.
Well, and time of possession, like we said, 15 minutes. So they were so they only have 17 points. Where with the Ravens, we can explain why they only have 10 points is because you turned the ball over in a lot of drives. With the Chiefs, we can explain why they only have 17 points by saying they were holding on to the fucking ball and really, and then when
it was time to turn up on that 3rd and 1 at the end of the game,
oh my gosh, when shit like that happens, you're like, okay, I'm done. And what are we even supposed to do? Bro. He's gonna find them.
He's goated, bro.
Yeah, goated, bro. He's unreal.
Yeah.
Goated.
So in that game, was there ever any point where you guys thought that it might be in question for the Chiefs?
Wasn't 7-7?
I would say
when when Baltimore went down a match real quick, I was like, all right, this is a game. Yeah. And then the second drive happened. You're like, all right, well, they already just bailed on their plan, like on their offense, and the game was done.
Did you pick the Chiefs?
No, I remember I said that if there was any year for us for Pat not to win, it was this one. So I was picking Baltimore.
Gotcha.
Both my teams.
But that's what I'm just trying to say. It's such a disappointment for Lamar. It's a choke job, bro, because he had there's no reason they should not have won that game. You should have made them that. I understand you trying to make a play, but that throw into triple coverage was bad, wild, bro.
Bro, yeah. and bro, you got Raven fans.
You can't do that shit,
bro. You got fans online on X that's saying that's like, oh, he threw his hand up and he shouldn't have done that because he wasn't open. And it's like, bro, like. You can't just throw it to someone who throws their hand up. Like you got to make the right read. So Lamar didn't throw that because he saw his hand.
Yeah, bro.
He tried to make a play. He tried to say, hey,
we get
my guy can't outbeat your guy, and his guy got shoved to the ground. Okay.
Well, there was 3 of them. So I mean, even if he didn't get shoved,
it was just a bad decision.
One thing we wanted to talk about with this was that the Baltimore Ravens this year, they have kind of captured the admiration of, like, I guess, the Black community, you'd say, at least on Twitter. I'd say. I feel like so all day for the game, during the game, there was these like he was trending the entire time in like several different ways where he'd be like, please don't let us down, Lamar. At the end, it was so funny. At the end, it was at the end it said damn Lamar, and then a bunch of people just put like sad shit. One guy put the Call of Duty like Modern Warfare 2 thing. You saw me post that.
Yeah,
it's like mission failed, we'll get him next time.
Bro, don't give up on Lamar, man.
It made me but I was being a villain on Twitter for sure. I was like you should have never. But that's one thing I wanted to ask with the situation where Lamar Jackson was able to inspire in that way. Do you think there's any reason why Patrick Mahomes doesn't get the same kind of like admiration? He's mixed, so yeah, I'm curious.
On, man.
It's not, and I honestly don't even think it's that. I just think it's style of play.
Yeah, it's
really style of play. Like Lamar is not your typical, prototypical step back, drop back. Throw it. He's gonna move that bitch. He's gonna run around.
He's
gonna make plays.
Yeah. That's interesting. I hadn't considered that. That's true. That makes sense.
Whenever I see Lamar Jackson playing football, I look at him. He's the best player on the field. This man threw a ball, got tipped up in the air, and he caught his own shit, bro. You ever seen some shit like that?
Bro, it's like he's playing high school football.
Well, it comes,
every time. It looks like he's playing high school football.
It comes into the distinction that I think we make a lot when we're having these kind of like debates, when we get like adversarial on two different sides, where we try to make a distinction before like a quarterback or a running back, wide receiver, or whatever, or a football player. So he's just somebody that, comes across more as like you said, best football player. But I mean, obviously when he's, you said on the field, but when he's playing against Patrick Mahomes, that's why it's like, and that's why I was being the villain, because I'm like, you should have never fucking doubted him and put your support behind the guys chasing Tom Brady now.
Well, see,
I think it's two different conversations.
And I think a conversation needs to be had is this conversation that's going around, and we'll bring it back to this game manager versus game changer, right? And what I think is that every good quarterback is a game manager. Okay, that's not taken away from them being able to change the game. But it's not, so every good quarterback is a game manager, but not every game changer is a good game manager, right?
Well, is every
okay?
No, this makes sense. I was going to ask a question about and not every quarterback is a game changer.
Yeah, and not every quarterback is a game changer.
Makes sense.
But if you're a game manager, then you can be a game changer via your game managing. because again, you're flipping the field, you're playing momentum, you're making the right decisions, you're changing the game based off the way you play, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to guys like Lamar, and we've seen this with Cam at times, we've seen this with Josh Allen, we've seen it with Herbert, we've seen it all over in every walk of football, right? I mean, we can go to flag football leagues, you're going to see it, where you have this guy who's playing quarterback and he's so good and so talented, so athletic, that he tries to be the game changer too much and goes away from being that game manager. And what makes you that game changer in that moment is when Patrick Mahomes, you've been playing manager this entire time. That's third down and something, play breaks down. Now you become that game changer where you're gonna run around, get fucking depleted in your knees, and float a ball to Travis Kelce, who makes a great catch.
That shit was crazy.
But that shit is one of those plays where it's like, what the fuck? Nobody else is really doing it. Can do that in the NFL.
I think we saw the best and the worst of Lamar Jackson in the one game. Like with the touchdown throw to Zay Flowers was incredible.
Beautiful.
Incredible. And then the fumble, he held on to it a little too long because he's trying to make a play.
Try to be a game changer.
Trying to make a play.
Yeah.
That pick was just, I don't even know what he was looking at, to be honest with you.
No,
you know what I mean with the pick. So
and I think that's part of that conversation that we kind of need to bring it back to. And I'm a little upset that Cam missed it, where it's like he wanted to put himself up so much that I'm a game changer, which he was.
Yeah.
But Cam, that's where like you were your best when you were just managing the game well and then using your legs to extend drives. And
you need
that's
the best
Jalen
of both worlds.
Hurts.
You need the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you need and again, so that's where it's like, yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes now at this point is where it's like, okay, dude, like you're now the best game manager out there.
Well, I want to take the conversation a little bit further
Yeah.
into the Patrick Mahomes conversation, actually, before you get away from the topic in general. Because as of right now, because he's always there. Like I think that Josh Allen is deserving. I think Lamar Jackson is deserving. Like in almost any other era, they may have gotten a little bit more opportunity. But do you think that Patrick Mahomes is going to have the Michael Jordan effect, where the guys from his era, although may be great, are not going to get the championships that they may have gotten otherwise?
Yeah, Patty's that good. You got to, dude. What's the 6 years started?
I think so, because I think it's like 5
years and he's 6 years starting.
4.
Isn't it 5 straight?
No.
Or is it 6 now? 6 straight.
6 straight AFC championship. Now he's going to his 4th Super Bowl.
Shit's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like Madden shit, to be honest.
The
And that's the
only
type of shit where you
person
get
he
bored
lost to-
playing. You're like, I gotta fucking change the difficulty or something.
The only person he lost to in the Super Bowl, who?
Tom Brady.
He lost to Tom Brady twice, right? Once in the AFC championship game and one in the Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl though,
and then to Joe Burrow, but like nobody else
It's fair from a legacy perspective.
No,
That's
it
important.
is, but from a
Nobody else
context
getting that,
perspective,
bro.
that offensive line got hurt like in the playoffs, and he
Yo,
had
I'm not-
4
trust me, I
backups.
agree.
Like,
Paul,
it was
I agree.
horrible.
Wholeheartedly.
Paul, but from a legacy perspective, and also we've seen him overcome wild shit like that. But still, I take your point. I take your point.
Hit
But
it
hey,
through 30 yards and he dropped it.
yeah, I think
For a
that
touchdown.
I think from a legacy perspective, we're talking about like basically Michael Jordan playing LeBron.
Oh yeah, no,
That happening. That actually happening. And then, by the way, old ass Michael Jordan winning.
yeah.
Like, how would that look, bro? Motherfuckers
Twice.
would never let LeBron ever forget about that.
No,
if that
but
happened.
at the same time, football.
However,
Twice.
Say your piece.
if you ask me today who I'm taking Patty.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, no,
I'm not gonna handle that.
no,
I'm
with
taking
you.
Patty
I'm-
over Tom Brady every day of the week, twice on a Sunday.
I'm with you. That's why, like what we were talking about before, but you kind of made sense with it, with the play type and stuff like that. That's why I think of like growing up, like some of the stigma on like black quarterback play and stuff like that. When you see like Patrick Mahomes, how much he's transcended, and like really, like, I mean, I'm sure there's people that hate Patrick Mahomes now, and I mean, he has gotten a little bit more of like bitchy on the field, I guess.
Corny.
Yeah, but it's like there's nothing not to like when you see him play on the field. I guess now you have the Taylor Swift shit and like
The thing about
his wife
Patrick
and
Mahomes-
his
brother's
it's never
a
to do with him.
douche.
It's literally never to do with
The
him.
thing
No, he's a
about,
great
listen,
guy.
the thing about Patrick
Like,
Mahomes
honestly,
on the
it's not
football
either.
field, I don't give a fuck if he's a good guy or not, bro. I'm talking about what you do between
saying
them
fanhood,
lines, bro.
dude.
Like, I don't care about what's in between them lines. That's what we talk about.
Yeah.
I have never seen him make a bad decision, bro.
Well, I don't know if I can say that.
Like I'm talking about in these playoffs. Like when I see him, I don't, even when he needs to make a run. Is Patrick Mahomes fast? How the hell this man always
Bro,
running for a
that
fucking
man
first down,
never
bro?
gets sacked, bro. like that man, and he runs so awkward, bro. He runs
I've
like
never
he's
seen
like,
it, bro.
He's turning base a lot of the times when he's running in the pocket. He's just like he's going around fucking first base. But no, I agree with you, man. Patrick Mahomes right now, bro. It's unbelievable how good. And like I said, he's playing quarterback the best he's ever played it, which is scary because their team's only going to get better because this is the worst talent he's had around him yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I think that in order to beat him, to answer your question, is anyone going to get a chance?
Yeah.
You have to play a flawless game of quarterback. You have to match not turning the ball over, you have to eat up clock. You have to try to have him force his hand.
Yeah.
And
how much does that open up when Andy Reid retires? If Andy Reid retires anytime soon.
okay, if him and Spags retire at the same time, opens up.
Mm.
But if he retires, man, and Spags gets that job, I mean, that defense is still going to be that defense. Again, that defensive scheme, it's unbelievable the way that they have been able to shut down every high-power offense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
We want to talk about it, yeah.
And again,
Dolphins, they
with
look fucking stupid.
Snead and McDuffie, who are what, second-year players, third-year players. They're young. I mean, one of their best players in this division, in this conference game, was a backup linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean, are we fucking joking here? So, I mean, it's really impressive. You got to give it to him. New dynasty, okay. But again, there's a lot of quarterbacks I think that are out there that are great enough to win Super Bowls. To your point, I think if there's other eras, yeah. I mean, we got some guys that are uber talented.
So 2020 is when Snead came in the league.
So yeah, this is
4 years.
It's how it is though. Like he's the greatest, right? But he's not going to win every year. There's going to be other quarterbacks to sneak in. You know what I mean? And get one.
Yeah, shit. That's all we can ask for, which is fucking crazy.
I mean, hey, 2024. Let's go. $50.
My only problem about we could up that.
Yeah, he's like, wow, I didn't know you were a betting man.
Here. Get modest living.
No, I feel that. And I mean, you mentioned something, by the way, that I wanted to get into with this, with the Chiefs being a dynasty. So that's already official, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, when you go to 4 of the last 5, what else is that?
Okay, yeah. Same. Yeah, Super Bowl wins. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think there's not really much to argue there, but I did want to ask if the 49ers say they beat the Chiefs, how close are they to becoming a dynasty? Because I mean, their run has been not as impressive as the Chiefs, but they've been very dominant in the NFC.
It depends. I mean, it has to see. I mean, they're not even close at this point. I think you got to win at least. Dynasty? You got to win at least 2.
No, I wouldn't say so.
So, I mean, yeah.
You would put them on the Eagles level?
Yeah,
I feel like they've been consistent longer.
No, we're talking about with Andy Reid. We're talking about with Andy Reid. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
I did not specify. Yeah,
I'm talking about right now. Oh, so you're talking about
so the Andy Reid's time where they were constantly divisional and conference champ, and then they went ahead and made it to a Super Bowl, lost to Brady, right? Yeah, and then back to the conference champ.
I'm talking more of the NFC, like the 49ers today. Over the past 10 years, and they're like NFC championship appearances. They've been super consistent. I looked this up.
I think they've been there twice in the past 5 years. Yeah, conference championship. Which again, I think that if they win this year and then they make it back next year, you can say, okay, you're a potential dynasty, but you have to win 2. You have to at least have 2.
You got to at least have 2.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of teams can win 1. I mean, Burrow was a sack away from one, not even a sack. Yeah, just getting hit away from 1.
Sure. So I'm crazy if he would have made that.
Well,
I'm so happy because I don't like to see no Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
No Browns.
Your hate runs deep, and I love that.
Nah, bro, I'm listen.
You're just consistent. You're consistent.
I do not fuck with them boys, bro. Yeah. It's hard for me because, like I said, and you're talking about the culture with Lamar. I fuck with Lamar, bro. Like I do. Yeah. I could he's so.
How can you not?
He's so raw, bro. Lamar, yeah, bro. He's so raw.
Like I had my thing in the offseason where all I said was if we're gonna look at Tua and call him injury prone because we're talking about like the Dolphins should have went for Lamar. Mm-hmm. And I was saying with this contract, if we're going to say that Tua's injured,
and you didn't want to do that, by the way.
Yeah, because again, what did I say though? I said the contract.
This was before this year.
I said the contract with
because of the contract.
What?
Just because of the contract.
No, let me finish. The contract, and he had back-to-back knee injuries. So I said for a running quarterback, that would scare me more than Tua's concussion history.
And Tua being laid out every week.
Right. But again, those are some.
Okay, I'm good with that. I thought you just meant like, No, I'm taking Tua over Lamar.
One guy led the league in passing, so it's like he didn't have a bad year. He had a top 5 year. I don't care any way you slice it, it was a top 5 years. So good for him.
The option was supposedly on the table at one point.
Yeah. So
And you would said no. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
the
he came on
logic.
here and argued that he would say no.
Again,
And the Deshaun Watson.
He had a top
that
5 year.
Maybe one day
That
you'll
time.
turn out to be a genius, bro. But right now you looking
What's
crazy.
wrong with a top 5 season?
Patrick Mahomes never goes to the Super Bowl again. It's to it every single year.
Bro, Patrick Mahomes is
Dude,
here.
I have no problem with
Patrick Mahomes is here, and then there's about 6 quarterbacks where you can have a
listen,
conversation.
hold on,
here.
though. I have no problem with you saying what's wrong with Tua. Nothing, right?
Okay.
We're talking about a 2-time in comparison to a 2-time MVP.
Lamar Jackson.
Big contract with a roster that didn't.
It
have
was
the
a
money.
one-time.
A contract. If we talking about contract, okay, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not. I can't
already
argue with that.
$44 million in the hole.
Yeah, when we talking about that, okay.
With a quarterback on a rookie deal. So
We're gonna have to turn around and pay this guy though, anyway. So I mean, we just put it off. But yeah,
we could do the 5th year option.
Let him fuck up for
yeah.
another year, underpay him, and then when he's already on that contract,
bro.
while he's on that,
Bro, people are so wild with this.
while he's on that contract,
Bro, it's crazy to
Then
me,
he can
bro.
be nice, bro. But
Yeah.
get him low, get him for the cheap.
Hey,
he wouldn't be at the top of my list for who I would blame for how the season went. But he didn't. I mean, he didn't make it better at the end. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would have liked to have seen
He
more,
cannot
even in the
cover-
loss. That's what we
Yes,
were talking
he
about before.
gets
I agree, but like I
quickly,
said, what quarterback has played well against the Chiefs? Really, Pat throwing the ball. Take away Josh Allen's running the ball inside the 5 and it's one big run. I get you. Okay, but I'm saying throwing the ball, which that's our offense.
Yeah,
Nobody's done well against them. It is Lamar had the best game really statistically on the ball. So that's where it's like to sum that up. I'm not blaming Lamar really for this loss. I think it's a team loss. You have to put it on the team. The defense did their thing. But again,
Lamar made
but
a
how
lot
much
of
of
bad
that?
plays.
Yes,
A lot. And
Yeah.
you're the quarterback. And the ball's in your
So
hand every
he
time.
has to take that on the chin, go into the offseason, think about it, come back from it.
So,
but I mean,
I want to follow up on the question that we were asking originally, the Patrick Mahomes question. Is he going to let anybody else get a ring? I'm going to ask you, and it could be somebody else if you have somebody else in mind. But between Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or other, if maybe you want to say,
hey, there's Dolphins, baby. Let's go.
Kenny Pickett.
who
We
would
just gonna throw anybody out there.
who do you think will be the first to win
Taylor
a Super Bowl?
Williams.
Or I mean, and specifically in that case, beat Patrick Mahomes
Okay.
possibly in the AFC Championship. 'Cause
Healthy
these guys will have to go through
seasons.
them.
Who's most primed to beat them right now? What team do you think is most primed?
Bills.
Bills,
Probably the Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, if healthy, if fully healthy. But I mean,
I put
yeah.
Miami in that conversation. I mean, again, healthy. How? My God! I don't see,
bro.
I don't see
I
how
mean, the
we
Ravens were supposed to beat them this year. Like that's why I was pushing back on that.
I
Like,
mean,
they
I
had
said the
to win
Ravens.
this year.
I don't see where the Ravens don't go back next year and play him. I mean, again, was Lamar going to be bad next year?
Sure.
Absolutely not.
What
It's
do you
going to be
think-
the same players.
what-
Going to be better.
What do you think at the end of the day with the Odell Beckham situation? Like, is he a number
Bro.
one? They signed him.
No, he's not a
Did
number
did
one.
Lamar have a number? That was a big argument that people made. Was like, and I mean, I'm saying this is an affirmative argument that Lamar supporters would say that I think is kind of understating it because they'd be like, oh, you see what Lamar done now that he has a number one. I think he's doing this, whatever you think he's doing right now, still with no
Zay
number one.
Flowers is,
to be
is
honest.
a stud.
I
Zay
mean,
Flowers is
yeah,
a
even if he's
legitimate. That's a legitimate number one.
even if he is a legitimate number one,
He's a rookie.
yeah, he's a rookie, and I just think that I think that you can expect that down the line, but I don't think that that's necessarily what you can expect. Even with Jalen Waddle, he wasn't a true number one
No.
when we had him his first year. He was still great. He still set records, but I wouldn't say that I would be confident if he was our best receiver.
How
at that
tall
point.
is Rashad Bateman? Because I don't believe he's tall.
My only thing why I don't like that happens, bro, is that Ravens had a great season. Nobody was talking about. I don't like how we're talking about the bad stuff about them when there used to be good things about them. Like nobody said
That's
look
what
at-
I'm saying.
They got the
There's
best
no reason
offense.
they're
They got the
not
best
going to be
defense.
there.
He did say they're going back.
Yeah, I said they can be back this year.
you know, they had enough, bro. They
Oh, yeah.
didn't get it done.
And Lamar's
You know what I
only
mean?
going to keep getting better. He's getting better every year.
Yes, but
So-
this is arguably
This
the
says
worst
6'1",
team.
by the way, for Rashad
6'1".
Bateman.
Damn. Okay.
This is arguably the worst team that Patty's gonna have offensively.
And that's the fear. But their
Arguably.
defense is going to drop. And their defense right now, it is much easier to play quarterback really well when you know you have a great defense.
Yeah.
But again, that's not to say that Patrick Mahomes will ever not play
I know what you,
quarterback.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean. I know.
So
what you
I think that there will be games now where there will be more pressure, which I laugh saying that because
The
guy's
Ravens,
just
the
so
Ravens are
good
probably.
no matter what you do.
I don't know that the
Wow.
Ravens is just a foregone conclusion that they're going to get better than what they are now. So, where they
Well,
may
they will lose
they may
Marlon Humphrey.
they may stagnate. You know what I mean, and get back to where they were, which is great, and they could win that game if they approach it a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think that the Ravens, now that they paid Lamar, they paid Patrick Queen over the offseason, like they're probably gonna have to make some tough decisions.
They did pay Patrick Queen.
I'm pretty sure he got paid.
I think they both have.
I thought they said that
I
he
think
might
him
leave.
and Roquan both have contracts.
Maybe
Oh,
I'm
wow.
mistaken.
I
That's
thought I
Roquan.
heard something that said they might not be able to keep him. That's what I heard.
I mean, it
But
would
I'm
be
not
kind
sure,
of
obviously.
improbable to be able to keep 2 high-paid linebackers anyway. Bucks have done it. I don't know how the fuck.
So, yeah, it says here he signed a 4-year, $12 million contract, including a $6 million signing bonus, and average blah 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 in 2024.
Yeah, Roquan got paid.
Okay.
Roquan definitely got.
Yeah,
paid.
when he went there. So
Yeah. So I think that
they got to keep drafting receivers.
Well, I mean, and the secondary, at least corner.
Marlon Humphrey's gonna be gone.
That's huge.
That is huge. But
You still have Kyle Hamilton, which has been a blessing for you, getting another
Nasty.
stud.
I'm gonna tell you right
safety.
now, this corner class is really good coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, they can get a good first round corner. And then the receiver class, there's honest to God 15 to 20 receivers that could go out and play in the NFL and make plays. I mean, this is a deep class. So I think that all these teams that were right there on the fringe, when you look at and including Cincinnati, given that Burrow's going to be healthy.
Yeah.
So you have Cincinnati, you have Buffalo, you have Baltimore, you have Miami, you have Houston, you have Detroit, you have even Seattle. They can figure out a quarterback situation. There is Gino the guy who can. I don't think so, but
Game manager
to where you
He's
can
a
get
coach too. So
where you can get. I mean,
Have
Tampa,
they hired him yet?
I don't think
no,
so.
no, they haven't.
Because
Even Tampa. I mean, all these teams where you can find that guy who can get your offense over the hump in the second, third, fourth round this year easily.
let's because I don't want to not touch on the Lions. They obviously had a great season, getting to where they got the NFC Championship. So yeah, definitely want to talk about them. How did you guys feel about their loss? What did you think went wrong? They started off by taking off on the 49ers at halftime. I don't remember what it was, 24.
They let off the gas.
24-7, yeah, something like that.
So what
So
you think happened?
Well, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson did walk off the field when they're at 14 waving. And as we know, that's kind of a very
Bad omen.
very bad omen, and you get relaxed. And what happened right after that, momentum started to change. So I think we can blame
what an idiot. He just got memed.
to fucking wait. Wait.
Get in the locker room. and
Score
talk some shit.
14 more, go up by 20.
Or get in your locker room and talk some shit.
Right,
Be like,
you
yeah, you're on
know
the
what I
field like a
mean?
dumbass.
But we can blame Dan Campbell all we want. I think that what got you there is what got you there, and you stay that way. You can't preach all season that we're going to be this gritty team who fights hard, who goes ahead and takes these risks, and then in the biggest moments, kind of back down.
How do you feel about going
that's what I'm
going
saying.
for it instead of kicking field goals?
Like, I understand where, like, logically you say, hey, you kick the field goal, but they are a good fourth down team. You believed in them all year. In the biggest moment, the biggest game, you got to say, hey,
they let you down.
And they did. I mean, they were great play calls. And honestly, Josh Reynolds is the guy who I said, fuck Miami trade for. He dropped the ball. I mean, they flat out literally dropped the ball 3 times in that game to end the game. So it's like we can say that as a coach being who they were. I love the decision by Dan Campbell. I think that that's what you do when you're that type of coach, is a player's coach who believes in his team, and that's his messaging, that I believe in you. So I'm not going to take it out of your hands. And again,
Yeah, but isn't that not believing in your kicker?
So I feel
well, their kicker is shaky. Bagley was shaky this year.
I feel as if
I feel that.
I feel like I disagree, man. Like, to me, there's at least 50% on Dan Campbell. He made his job is safe, right? But that's the type of shit that gets you fired. You gotta take the points, and I'm good with hey, this is what got me here. I'm good with that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to get rich. I'm out here. I'm grinding. I'm doing shit. I'm working doubles. Shit. I'm rich. I'm not gonna work a fucking double, bro. Meaning, when I'm there to where I need to get to, I don't need to do certain shit that I used to do, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that in the real world, but we're talking about football.
But that's what I'm trying to say, though.
So
Like,
confidence is the thing, though.
When you have no points in the second half, you got to read the game. The momentum is not going your way.
No, that's fair.
Tie the fucking game, bro.
Okay,
It's
or
not like-
or go up 4,
No.
or go up 4.
Yes, but momentum,
And then- and
right?
then- and then-
Listen,
but-
you play football. What is
Yeah.
how big is momentum?
Momentum's great, but did the
How
offense
big-
lose
how
momentum?
big
Yet?
is
But did their
momentum?
offense lose momentum? So they go
They did
down.
not score another point until the last.
Right,
But
but-
why is that?
but-
Because you're taking points off the board.
No, you're right. Now,
I earned these points and you're taking them off the board.
But can
Coach.
you understand the decision where if you go tie the game, they can go down and get 3 when instead you're forcing them to go get a touchdown? If you're a bad fourth down team, I'd understand. But when you're good, that's why Miami, I understood the outrage, but I'm like, that's what we do. We're a great fourth down team.
But you have a great defense, though. And you have a defense that in the whole first half played great.
I understand. So again, that's where it's like,
I just
if
like
the decision works, we don't have the conversation. But I understand questioning it, but I also understand the decision making. I like you standing on who you are and the principle of who you are as an identity.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna challenge one thing. So why didn't you go for it at the end of the second? At the end
that's a fair one.
At halftime.
But to keep
consistent.
momentum going into halftime. If you don't get points,
Now we care about
stalls.
momentum.
No, but you do this
say.
time. But I feel that. No,
You care about
fair.
what? You care about. He fucked it up, bro.
But in
There's
every
no
game,
other way
you
around
can
it.
question decisions. Like, okay, I can challenge. I get it.
Yeah, but we do that.
No,
That's
I
what
know,
I'm saying.
yeah.
I mean,
But
we
again,
criticize
at the end of the day,
ourselves.
which again, that's what I'm saying. It's fair, but I can understand it and say that I agree. We can agree to disagree. Where I just agree on standing on who you are as the identity. I would do it. I like going for it on fourth down, especially if we're good at it, especially if my quarterback makes the good decisions and my playmakers are playmakers. Then you know what? Why not? We are a four down team. Would you be mad at the Bills going like the Bills went for it on fourth down against us? Didn't get it. But if they would have lost the game, would we have questioned that decision, or would we said, "Hey, that play has worked for them 60 to 80% of the time"?
I was good with the
range.
first one, right?
But
I was good with the first one. Be who you are. That second one,
right.
you're just trying to prove who you are. You're not being who you are. You're trying to prove.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Take the 3 points.
That's fair.
Make it a tie game. You haven't scored no points. It was 24-7. Now it's 27-24.
Right.
Get those 3 on the board, tie it up. Make Brock Purdy make a play.
No, that's fair.
You know what I
do that.
mean? Give your team an opportunity. You're not giving your team an opportunity, and then you come out.
I would have
talking
kicked
about
the field goal in that moment,
and then you come out talking about we might never get back here.
Well, no,
You mean you knew that, and you still doing this boneheaded shit?
Again, that's being a realist saying, hey, obviously we think we will, but we have to understand. And
I agree
that's
with
him
you.
trying to give his
I don't
team.
disagree with his statement.
I think that's him again.
I don't disagree with his statement, but
no,
I'm saying for you to know that and you still doing
feel
shit
that.
like.
But again, I think that statement is where we talked about talking to the team, where it's like, hey, listen, don't get complacent with where we were because we could not get back. So I think that's, like I said, we got to be hungry. You got to have that same fire. But I agree. I would have kicked the field goal and be safe. But at the end of the day, that decision could lose you the game. Just like going for it on fourth down, which if this team would have executed the way that they have all season and in that game, then you know what? They would have won the game.
And let me say this. This might sound crazy, but if it was the opposite way and it was the 49ers, I'd feel good about the decision. Because y'all we the ones. The Lions, y'all are not like that for y'all to be doing shit and acting like you're the best. We're gonna go on fourth down. We don't give a fuck. Like y'all not like that. The 49ers are like that. I would have been cool with that. Like, all right, we got all these players. We're gonna make this thing happen.
But the underdog teams
keep it cool.
I get but the underdog teams are the ones who usually pull up the trick plays, are the ones who usually say, hey, listen, we got to steal this. We got to steal this possession. We have to do that.
Yeah.
So I feel that like I said, I think it's just a preference here. I like the aggressiveness. Me personally, I would have just kicked the field goal and saw what my defense can do, and then hopefully have time to respond.
At least it's a tie game. No matter what happens, it's a one possession game.
But man, if you lose off that and you know that, hey man, I could have put it in my quarterback's hands, and the team's looking at you like, man, why didn't you believe in me? Because I know as a player, you're thinking, hey, let us have the ball in our hands.
But as a coach, I got to protect you from yourself, bro.
Let's get into the back half here because I want to make sure that we get to touch on a few more of these topics. Well, actually, before we move on, I want to hear you guys' Super Bowl picks, I guess.
Oh,
I mean, well, we could save it for next week. Actually, yeah, keep it cooking.
Okay,
actually, save that.
Hey, going to cook in the Pro Bowl games, baby.
Yeah,
flag football. Let's go.
I can tell y'all mine, I can tell because y'all already know mine.
Well, you might make it next week. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll make it next week, but y'all already know mine. I'm a Swiftie.
Oh man, wow!
Hey.
She moves the needle. Hey, that's what Shannon said. She moves the needle more than Beyonce.
Wow,
is that something?
That's wild. Hey, you have to say that at this point. I mean, what's crazy is how many how much they copy each other with things is wild to me.
I think it's all about timing. You know, like I feel like she's in a perfect storm right now.
She's in her prime.
She's dating one of the most popular players in the NFL.
She's in her Sasha Fierce right now.
Hey,
what a Disney movie.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the moment she got it. As far as moves the needle, I couldn't. And we all know who the queen is, bro. You know what I mean?
The queen bee.
I fuck with
That's gonna
Taylor,
be the queen
man. Like
T,
I
though.
said, my kids got me. They turned me into a Swiftie. So I'm not even gonna. I'll be around just singing random Taylor Swift song. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It's catchy.
Okay,
but it ain't.
She's just not.
But it ain't Beto.
I like old.
Do you listen
I
to
like
Taylor's
old
version,
Like dog.
or you listen to the old shit?
I don't know.
You don't know
I like
that kind of-
old Taylor. I like.
She re-recorded her shit so she could own the masters to it.
Oh
yeah. No, did some gangster shit.
That is fire.
That's fire in my opinion. But we already had that argument, so he didn't like it. He's like, "Oh, you stole from Scooter Braun."
No,
Scooter Braun.
Time out. I said that
How she stole something?
I didn't like how it became like a he's evil by doing like a contract that everybody does where the producers have rights.
It's the exact same song.
Like
yeah,
but she did it her own way, so that way because she wanted the rights and he said they're mine.
Well, I
And
think
she's like,
that-
I'm gonna sue you for them.
Well, it
It's
wasn't.
like,
It wasn't even totally that though. She offered to buy them. And then they
He was being a
gave
dick.
him first right of refusal or whatever, and he bought them. He's like, or whatever. So she wanted to buy them. She was willing to pay the money, and then they just weren't willing to pay him. So it kind of similar to what you're saying. Well, no, it's similar to what you're saying though. They then offered it to Scooter Braun first. So kind of similar to what you're saying. I mean, he just decided. There's just the extra step that she wanted to buy him, and then somebody else that I guess was somehow involved.
But I've always
I don't know how heavily he was involved.
person. Like I think she's a great
Yeah,
person with
she
a
seems
good
cool.
heart.
I mean, I don't know her. So.
She seems cool. Yeah, but
She's
she's
probably cussing out a little kid right now.
Yeah, she seems like
Bitch ass.
I'll put nothing past her.
She looks
I
like
don't
somebody
know
you can
shit
vibe
about
with.
her, but I like her music though.
Yeah.
So
I can't lie.
we all agree though too. It's top 5. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's
we
move on.
never fucking agreed to
Let's
that,
move on.
Paul. As your own delusional solo podcast, you need to
Do you really believe that?
Yes.
Yeah, he
2
believes
is top 5 right now.
Hands down, bro. Hands down.
Hands
We
down.
gotta. But yeah, we can do. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Look how upset he gets every time. I sent him a picture because I had to trade Tua for CJ
Dog, that was
Stroud
some
and
bullshit.
Madden.
You thinking
I had
a lot
to,
of
bro.
first round
You
picks,
made a
bro.
move.
You made a move,
bro. He
I had
got
to make a
4
move.
first round picks. I'm thinking
It wasn't 4 first round picks, but it was like I got a lot of picks and CJ Stroud, and I was about to have to pay Tua. That's really what it was. I was about to have to pay him, and I'm like,
And you know he can't even win you a ring. I'm
Bro,
about to pay this fucking guy.
His overall was
And he
91,
can't
bro.
win
What
a
are you talking
ring.
about?
he was nice.
What's
He was-
CJ at?
was nice.
93?
Still kind of had the noodle arm on him though in the
What's
game.
CJ at?
Bro,
93?
they're tripping with that, bro. How many times he said 55?
When I got
60?
him was like 83 or something. I think
What's he at now? 95.
he's like 90 or something like that now.
Yeah,
So.
Madden really
Bro,
got a
but then
boost
they
to
ended
his
up. I
throw
told you what
power.
happened.
Yeah,
That's the team that ended up. See what I was doing? I was making too many moves.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you, bro. I was
That was
playing.
first year, man.
I was
You play
playing.
Madden
Yeah, fuck yeah.
on the 5?
Dust it, yes.
Oh, dust you. Why is it
We gotta
always
hop on
every
that
show?
league. We gotta hop on that
Yeah.
league, bro. We gonna make an online league, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Drag all y'all
I gotta be Dolphins. I don't know what you're doing.
We'll have to rock, paper,
Leaves,
scissors
bro.
for it, brother.
Leaves, bro. There's your chance to get off a tour, bro.
Oh, I guess I don't. I guess I can't because he called it first.
Here's your chance
Yeah.
to get off a tour,
Yeah,
bro.
you know,
No,
go be
I rock with the
Buffalo with your
Dolphins.
Josh Allen.
I rock with the
ass,
Dolphins
bro.
in that game. Very
Fucking
nice.
hating my fans,
That might
bro.
be the team that I go to if you fucking.
Hey.
That's actually, by the way,
And
this
you
is.
can't throw it to Tyreek because you be hating on him.
I don't be hating on
Yes,
Tyreek,
trade him.
bro.
Trade him to
What
me.
are we talking about?
Bro, I'll trade you a tall receiver, bro. I'll trade you a tall receiver.
Hey, we do need a tall receiver, dog. But
Hey, Stephon Diggs for Tyreek right now in the imaginary league they're about to do.
hey, hey, Stephon in the second.
In a second, we might have to. We might have something to talk about.
that.
You gotta do more because Stephon, they already know he's unhappy, so you can get more for that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna get Tyreek Hill. This fool right here. Get rid of the best receiver in the fucking game. But
The Madden's
I
wild
don't-
with it, bro.
I don't know if you know this, so this is awareness. Any of y'all that are Madden players out there, I'm letting you know because I learned the fucking hard way. I was building the team just doing like GM owner status, so I wasn't influencing the fucking plays too much. So they were losing the playoffs and shit like that. So like in real life, and I ended up building up the team that you saw. I traded to it, did all the shit, whatever, and they ended up giving me like a warning one year. They're like, hey, you're in the fucking negative. If you don't get out of the negative by the end of the year, then you're going to be forced to retire. It's what they say. Oh, I'm like, I'm the owner, bitch. What the fuck is this? You came up in my office talking crazy. But bro, I was negative $200 million in debt.
Jesus.
I didn't even realize, brother. I didn't realize.
This motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shit.
I was.
Water still mine. Get out.
I did upgrade the stadium a few times. I realized maybe I shouldn't have done that all at once. And yeah, so I mean, there was.
I would have relocated on the
Bro.
Yeah, take my shit. Take my shit.
Madden needs to fix the salary cap shit.
Oh,
and
it wasn't even salary cap though.
and
Related,
every year,
as far as I know.
Every year they need
I don't know. Really, let me
they
know
need
out
to
there.
up their salary cap.
That's the problem. That's why they fired you.
Just like how in real life, at the end of the season, the next season, the salary cap goes up. Come on, man, and get with it. Okay.
Oh yeah, they need to do
Boost the salary cap. Okay.
Have you played recently though? They did it. They have changed some things.
That because bro,
The trades
listen,
are
I'm
like you can do like fucking 6 people in a trade now on each side.
yeah.
There's a few things. Oh, you
Yeah.
can restructure deals.
Yeah.
That's something else I was doing. I think that might have fucked me in the back end somehow.
Well, yeah.
I was restructuring a lot. And I was like, damn, okay, I can sign everybody.
Hey, but that shit.
Yeah, no, they were killing me on the back end. I see
I
what
would
happened.
do it in group play, but my franchise, fuck that, bro. I go straight to that roster, hit that fucking salary cap,
Oh yeah.
bring that shit down, be like, all right.
When you play together, I don't think you can do that.
No, I wouldn't.
That's not even fun though, man. Like
Bullshit. I don't make it too bad, but I mean, come on, bro. Like we could have signed one. I could have signed one free agent. The fuck out of Miami Dolphins ain't gonna be able to
That's the
sign.
situation,
Like,
bro.
get out of here,
you
bro.
gotta chase some of
That
your
game
better
was
players,
wild.
man. Get some draft picks. You know how it go, man.
I would do that. I had to trade Christian Wilkins. That was heartbreaking.
See, I say, oh, you're gonna be mad at me. Motherfucker,
Traded
Christian
Tua.
Wilkins been there way longer than Tua.
Should've traded
Fucking got
Tua.
rid of him.
Bro, that's a lot of
Could've got
money
more
for him,
for
bro.
him.
I could have
I don't
signed any
think he
offensive
stayed either.
lineman. I could have signed him in any lineman.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, I need to bring.
I don't know if I
Be
traded
back.
him, but I think he did end up seeking employment elsewhere.
Not interested.
Yeah, somebody that was willing
But
to
there
pay
are a
him.
lot of people that said not interested. I'm like, bro, we're winning.
Oh,
a Super
yeah,
Bowl,
that's
bro. Like,
wild.
what are we doing,
Bro,
here?
every fucking time, fucking Jalen Phillips. He always
Right.
just like, get me the
Hey, we're
fuck
winning
out of
a
here.
Super Bowl. It's like, what are we doing, Jalen?
My head coach is
Oh,
Real
telling me
life,
I don't
he's
fuck with
happy.
him.
Okay.
Did you ever fire McDaniels?
Hell no.
I just had to fire him last time I
What's
played.
your problem?
Because we ain't win a Super Bowl. I was like, if I was the owner, he's getting
Oh
fired.
my
Bro, it was
God.
another 2 years. We were 4 years into this shit.
So how
Yeah,
long
like
does
he
Harbaugh
said-
have?
Huh?
How long does Harbaugh have? If he doesn't win a Super Bowl in what?
You
3
talking about
years? 4 years?
Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah.
I mean, what's it looking like? We've looked kind of dysfunctional at the end. Like this season, I really hold it against him a lot. And yeah, I mean, the offense, I didn't expect much from the defense, but they just had no fucking fight in them. It was pathetic.
No,
It really was pathetic.
Chargers.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
Oh.
to put it like I'm saying with Mike McDaniel, there's real red flags like that concern me. Even though overall I love Mike McDaniel, but like I said, how they showed up in the playoff game, they looked dead. Like they didn't believe they could win, and
Because they
I guess because they couldn't.
Yeah.
But
Players
if
hated Vic.
what was that?
Players hated Vic. Huh?
And also that, like that, like when you hear about the details of that situation, that sounds like that was poorly managed. They should just let his fucking stupid old ass go to Philadelphia in the first place. He just wanted to come there and be a dickhead to players, not start fucking rookies, not talk to people and shit. Like he wasn't even including his fucking people like position coaches in like defensive plans and shit.
Bro, it's wild.
Some crazy shit. It's like, bro, are you trying to sabotage the fucking
It
outcome?
seemed like it.
I mean, but they
No,
played
our
well.
defense played great.
They played well.
Our defense played great.
They played well, and I hate to see him go, but at the same time, fuck him a little bit.
Played great.
Yeah. Oh, at
Not
the,
the last game.
Yeah.
But like in general, you guys had a good defense.
oh yeah. Towards the, I mean, from the
Until
halfway
we
point
had
of the season or
19
so.
Injuries.
The thing with us, we had a really interesting season where our offense came out and looked incredible, and then that started to peter a little bit, but then our defense looked like elite, legitimately.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even have a fully healthy defense at first. We had a mostly healthy defense, but then we started to get Jalen Ramsey back, which made a huge difference. He's like top priority for me. I don't want anything to happen with him being gone. But yeah, he made a huge difference in my opinion. Bradley Chubb played like a different player to the next level this year. I will say that. And then Jalen Phillips, which that's really, as far as like edge rusher, I think he's our most.
He's great.
He's incredible. He's great, but he's injury prone. He has injury issues. That's what it is. Like he had to stop playing
He got
football.
hit by a car.
This motherfucker want to make excuses for people. I'm just talking about what is. I'm just saying about what is.
He got hit by a car.
I'm just saying about what is though.
Jesus.
Okay, he got hit by a car. No, he pushed off his left leg and his fucking Achilles snapped.
Hey, MetLife
What the
Stadium
fuck?
takes
That's
more
what
bodies
happened.
than anybody.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, let's see. Okay, you're talking about some shit that happened, and he had to stop playing football when he went to Cal and all that shit. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, you're
Bro,
right.
he still has been having injury issues. He's one of my favorite players on the team. I think he's an incredible talent.
No, you're right.
That's why it's so difficult.
He is
When we
injury-prone.
lost him, that was a huge. I know the team must have felt that, and for me, that's when I was concerned. And then we ended up losing Bradley Chubb and so on and so forth, and it was insurmountable. But that doesn't change the fact that it's a playoff game. I want the players on our team to go out and believe that they can win, believe in their coach, believe in their quarterback, believe in whoever their teammates.
Yeah.
But obviously, those guys get the highlight as far as that goes, and they just didn't look ready to play, and they looked uninspired. Like that's just not the time I want to see you inspired. First game of the season, I can give you a little grace. Middle of the season, I can give you a little grace. Maybe you get fatigued or whatever. And then all that. But when we hit playoff time, you should know this is when it happens.
What happened to Duke?
What happened to Duke? Oh, Duke Riley. Yeah,
he was
fuck.
gone that game.
Real quick, I said that just because of the comments. Fuck that. The minute he came, I said parasite, dirtbag, waste of money and space. Probably Vic. Yeah.
Vic.
There was a reason nobody was at his birthday party. All right,
Jesus Christ.
Draft day reference. Love that.
So they interviewed Leslie Frazier
for defense coordinator.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think get another head coach. Like their idea with Vic Fangio was nice, getting somebody that had head coach experience that was a little bit more of a stern voice in the room compared to Mike McDaniel. So a lot of what they did made sense, but I think as a Dolphins fan or anybody that knows how that signing went, it was very clunky, and you could just tell that there was something weird going on.
Yeah.
And it ends up being that he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
You know, which is disappointing. But just because we're about to wrap this up, I want to make sure to get this last question in here. Elon Musk, so he officially started human trials for the Neuralink. And if you guys don't know, that's an implant that gets put, it like connects to your brain. And in this case, Neuralink, you can like use your phone with it. I read. Use a computer, stuff like that is where it's at right now. Obviously, it'll get more sophisticated, but that's where we're at right now. I wanted to ask how you guys felt about it. Is it something that you would be interested in doing at any point, or just your general opinion?
No.
What about you, Kev? Just well, before you get into detail, I'm just curious.
I would say never know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, never know.
Touche. All right. Hold on. Can I point something out?
Well, what's your stance?
Well, before you make your argument, my argument right now would be no. But I think that I'm closer to what you're saying, where I'm just like, we'll see what happens, because, and this is the reason why, when you are in a society competing against guys like Kev, who right now is on the fence and maybe in the future gets a Neuralink, fucking is a walking fucking iPhone, and you're applying for jobs or whatever you're doing, trying to compete with him in society. Do you think that at some point you just wouldn't be able to be competitive with somebody that has the assistance of a?
I'm not controlled.
Okay. So maybe like you could be a fucking hitman.
Listen, at that point, how do you know what thoughts are yours and what thoughts aren't? Like I feel like I would go insane first.
Even now they say that's a thing. Though.
I would go.
We talked about last pod.
Yeah.
No, legitimately, people say thoughts are not you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like that you can get thoughts for, which is true to a certain extent. It's true because you have like invasive thoughts that you wouldn't really
subliminal messages.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think consciously, but subconsciously, you see something that happens in front of you, and then you associate that with something,
and it correlates in your mind to something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, how many times have you said bro, well, hold up. No, just to be clear, not this side of the table. I'm over here talking about Josh Allen, and he's like, my mom's somewhere else.
What the hell?
He's a wild boy for that. But no, I will say, but what is it? You over here talking plenty of times through this conversation, just through taking in whatever information you're saying. There's random things that come to my mind, and then some of them I choose to say that I think are funny, and then some of them I'm like, oh, don't say that, it's fucked up. But yeah, so I mean, like, how much of that is you? Because it's obviously influenced by not you.
Well, again, I don't know, but I don't have a microchip in my head.
I don't know,
but I will say this. I thought that was Bill Gates. I was going to put microchips in people, but it wasn't him in the vaccine. Was it smooth recoil? It's actually Elon Musk, y'all's fucking hero.
He just wants to kill everybody.
And sure. It's this guy who's like, hey, I'm just going to put these things in your head and we'll see what happens. I mean, it killed the primate,
Yeah.
So, it's kind of controversial already. I don't know how anybody's.
There's no way. There's no way it's not controversial. This will continue to be controversial.
What happens if? Are we ever going to know if it goes bad? If the guy passes away,
if you want to look into it, I'm sure you probably could. But I mean, they could cover that up. So I mean, yeah, I think you would be able to access these like trials and things like that. But there is the concern, like, and this has happened many times throughout history, where they'll just continue. Well, they'll continue to do the fucking. They'll throw it out. We're like, okay, well, that fucking didn't work. We're gonna keep on doing this until we get a fucking result that we want.
I was gonna say, is this really the first person?
A first human trial, like you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's been animals and stuff like that they've tried with.
You guys believe in mind control? Listen, I've been through hypnosis, and I know that there's no mind control through that. But people think that you can just fucking tell people to walk into a fucking.
Obviously,
chainsaw.
There is mind control with hypnosis. We've seen it. People like.
I don't think
cluck like chickens.
faking. Yeah, I don't think those people are faking. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, You've never seen that?
What?
You've never seen the people get fucking hypnotized and they start clucking like a chicken?
Okay, yes, I've
be a
done
snail
that
on the
shit.
floor?
I've done that shit, and you know what's going
How do
on.
you know? But then you're being mind controlled. You're just
No.
aware of it.
You know that you're doing it, and again,
Are you choosing to do it?
kind of. I don't know.
You're talking about mind control,
it's
brother.
a gray area.
You're talking about mind control.
It's a
You're not
gray
talking
area.
about like being
But what
like
I'm saying is, you can't do it sadistically. Like, hey, I'm going to control you to go hurt yourself or somebody else because you're going to be like,
how do you know?
no, because it's been studied. Look up psychology.
Well, give me a fucking give me a study, brother. You want me to just pull some shit out of here?
We need a reference.
This is your point.
We learned this in psych class and sociology about it, and then
okay, so
but
people can't hurt people with their hypnotized. How do you want me to look this up?
Can you be hypnotized to harm someone or yourself?
Gotcha.
And then we'll see what article gets brought up. But we need some.
I heard about the shit in notes for it.
I was in it. I'm in that documentary. Yeah.
This guy's never heard of the fucking Manchurian Candidate. Like, watch that shit. They fucking hit you up and say Taco Tuesday and you kill the president.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay. Oh, all right.
That's not.
Have you seen Winter Soldier, motherfucker? Want to talk to me about that shit?
Oh, yeah, I've also seen Now You See Me.
All right. Can you be hypnotized to harm people? The majority of practitioners who have used hypnosis over a period of many years have never encountered a single subject who has harmed in any way or who could be induced to harm others in the trance state. This is from the University of Baltimore.
Believable. All right. End of research.
Can hypnosis be used for negativity? Yes, hypnosis can be used in a negative fashion, and we also can do it to ourselves through negative self-talk, telling ourselves we can't remember things, or we are bad at certain sports events. We are bad at certain sports events. Won't allow us to see an improvement in our estimation in ourselves.
So hypnosis is just tapping into your subconscious mind. Okay. So like
I just don't buy that you can't harm people. I need to look into this more. That sounds like bullshit.
Because it goes against your morality. So again, you are aware of everything that's going on.
Who's to say what my morality is compared to yours?
Well, that would be not you being forced to do it. You willingly partook. So like for example, when
because you told me I wouldn't have done it if you wouldn't have hypnotized me and then told me to do it. Although I may have had these kind of like thoughts and been predisposed to doing it, but the reason I did it is because you hypnotized me and told me.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like you get out of it.
I'm just saying, you literally fucking told me you can't fucking hurt people when you're.
Well, I'm just saying you have to go through. Have you experienced it?
I haven't. No.
So see, it
doesn't mean that you're an expert on it just because you experienced it.
It's hard to explain, but I would do it 3-4 times a week with Dr. Kenny.
Okay.
But I believe in hypnotherapy. For me to quit smoking cigarettes, I use the same kind of practices as far as like tapping into the subconscious mind and like telling myself I didn't need the cigarettes. Like I'm better than cigarettes.
I'm gonna watch that documentary. We're gonna talk next Tuesday, bro.
I believe. The thing is, I believe in what you're saying. I believe it's possible to do this. I just don't understand what reasoning. Like I said, the claim that you made.
It's It's true crime. It's true crime series. Look into my eyes.
Look into my eyes, guys. Audience, go check that out. Well, do you have any last because I want to go and wrap it up.
Well, what I was gonna say is just with this, like I wouldn't trust a computer or any type of microchip being in my head again. Like I don't know what's
programmed, what's on it.
Yeah, is there somebody that's in control? It's just like with the cryptocurrency. So it's like, okay, somebody had to create it. There has to be like a home somewhere.
Yeah.
So what is it? Like you're telling me it doesn't exist. That's bullshit. So
that's definitely what's scary about it. That's part of what's scary about it, thinking that somebody could possibly like shut you down, like detonate brain or some shit. That amount of control and like obviously being in a vital organ, wild. But I do think we could get to the point where, like I said, it would be tough to compete in society without that. That's kind of like, imagine people that were like, I'm not going to get a smartphone. There's people that held out, but how much of a disadvantage they may be at. I mean, also there's benefits to come to that. It really comes down to what kind of life you want to live. And what you want to get out of it and stuff like that. But professionally, I think that could be difficult. But either way, go check out Balcom Paul on Instagram and then Paul B. Balcom on Twitter. And then also, Kev, what's your Twitter handle?
J_Jigga
Yeah, go check both these guys out. It's always a pleasure to have them in here. We'll probably do this again next week so we can get Super Bowl picks. I'd love to hear you guys' picks since we've been doing this through the playoffs. It just makes sense. And it's always easy to sit here and vibe with y'all. Sure. Also, Sit and Politic. Go find me everywhere. Go find the podcast everywhere that you stream podcasts. So let me pull actually back up. Go check out Gates Open Media too before I get into too much of my stuff. Gates Open Media, go show him some love. Go check out his channel. Same kind of stuff. Goes live, talks about sports primarily. I'm sure he's going to be getting back to that at some point. And just go support, show some love. And then, like I said, at Sit and Politic, go show your boys some love. Subscribe. Run the numbers up. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. That'll help us. I'm hoping overcome the fucking shadow ban crazy shit. But definitely 1,000 subs is the next goal, so help us hit that goal. Share this with somebody that likes sports talk, hip-hop talk. We need to get into that next time. We need to definitely make sure that we get into that, because we planned on
talk for sure.
we planned on doing hip-hop talk. So but stay tuned for everything coming. I appreciate y'all for supporting. Anybody that shows some love, go find us everywhere and check in next week.